should be live on Twitch. What's up, world? Just verifying. Yep, and we are live on YouTube. Perfect. Cool. What's up, everybody? Tonight I totally jacked up my tag. Let me fix that real quick. I'm not playing Ops 3, obviously. I'm just grinding out some MW2 until I can get some more of these I want to get the rest of these spawn skins actually, and I know it's kind of cheesy, but I've always been a big fan. So I'm gonna try to see if I can grind out to the, I think it's level 99 or whatever. I gotta get a lot of tokens. To get all of those. Let's see, I've already got 4. I don't, let's count them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so 18 times 5. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, a lot of tokens. We're almost there. It's pretty sick, but I really would like to be able to rock some spawn skins going into the next one. Definitely be able to play Call of Duty Zombies with spawn. That's freaking sick. So yeah, I don't know, I'm a little nerdy, so I'm just gonna be grinding out some levels, watching some YouTube tonight, maybe get some funny reactions. We're gonna be watching reading some Reddit stories with Smosh, some good friends over there at that channel. God, man, the improv they do is just hilarious to me. I wish I could be that talented. So we're just gonna enjoy some YouTubes and see where things go. I had some other videos I wanted to get into. I found this channel called Catfished, which is that's a whole nother bag. Like it takes Catfish from MTV to another level, because these people are just like almost sad, like, but then at the same time some of the things they say, you want to feel bad for them, but then it's like, bro, why'd you just say that out loud? So yeah, there was one lady, she was like very adamant. She was talking to this guy, and like, I hate to say it, but she was like, he's definitely not African American. The second somebody heard his voice, they were like, lady, you know that's a Nigerian accent, or like something like that. They were like, yo, that's an African accent, bro, straight up. Some good stuff. So let's get into it while I fix these tags.
It is time for some more unhinged Reddit stories. I'm Shane, and today we have a really awesome guest.
Themselves.
We have Spencer. No, I'm just kidding. He's normal. He's been here before. But we do have.
I'm not gonna lie though, Spencer's one of my favorite other characters. Like, I don't think he's not considered a main cast member, but he's definitely hilarious.
Zach from the Try Guys here.
I could be wrong on
Pretty
that. He
cool.
probably is a cast member,
Pretty cool.
and just like on
Zach,
certain channel stuff. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Do you read Reddit much?
Oh, nope. Try
Nope.
not to.
You avoid it?
Stay away.
Okay, smart.
Yeah.
I can only respect that.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this then?
This
so
is
you
good.
Get to see what you're missing out on.
Yeah, you know, I had my time in Reddit, and it was a time, and now I stay away. And look, you go down into the depths and you bring the gems out.
It's great. He just reads to us the whole time.
I love a good story time. We're cozy, we're ready. They did take my tea away, but that's fine. They don't trust me. They think I'm gonna spill.
They took it, they threw it
They
in the
think he's gonna
trash.
spill.
Tossed the cup in the trash.
That's a very expensive
Yeah.
blanket, bro.
That's how we work here. Before we begin, I noticed something. Am I perfectly?
Where'd you go?
Holy jaundice.
Even the lighter matches your skin tone. Dun, 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 dun. Jesus Christ, it's Ethan Hunt.
Is this my color?
Yeah.
Is my liver okay?
You're a Simpsons
You
character,
need
bro.
some sunlight, bro.
Here we go. First story. Am I the asshole for telling my friend to stop flaunting her money and calling her a gold digger?
Okay, maybe.
I, a 39-year-old woman, have been BFFs with Jill, 40, since we were in high school. Between the two of us, she's always been a bombshell. Blonde, tall, slim, big boobs, etc. She never dated anyone in high school, which was weird to me because almost everyone in our school did, including myself. When we were in
What?
college and she was still turning guys down, I asked her why, and she said she wants someone who is financially stable. I laughed it off at the time. I should also mention she grew up poor, as in her mother was going to the food bank poor. After we graduated, she got a job at a gym teaching yoga. I continued my education to be a teacher. She eventually met someone at the gym, and he's rich. Like, I can't even comprehend the kind of money this guy has. Fast forward to now, they're married with 2 kids, and I believe she signed a prenup when they married. We were out to dinner on the Saturday that just passed with 2 other friends from college, and she wanted to go to a very expensive place, her treat. She does this a lot. Flaunts her money, clothes, trips, etc., etc. I always try to smile and ignore it, but it has been slowly bothering me. The dinner was going fine until one of our friends, Amanda, asked Jill what she had planned for her birthday. Jill said she and her husband are going to Greece for 3 weeks. Amanda and Sharon both made comments about how
I'm already not liking the way this poster is, or OP is wording this. Like, first off, she's making a lot of very pointed points. Like, she's really hitting on the money with this whole post. And so, like, if you're gonna hate somebody, okay, these AFKs are like, are they just bots again? Dude, I swear to God, yesterday I got into a lobby where it was just at least 2 or 3 bots where they would just like run up to a wall and just like stand there, shoot off in the sky. And I can't report the dude because he was on my team. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't let me. I tried. Frick. What the frick? But back to the video. I really don't like the way they're positioning this story already. Like,
nice and lovely that is, and I kind of scoffed at it.
you're that person. I'm sorry.
And Sharon both made comments about how nice and lovely that is, and I kind of scoffed at it.
Just scoffed at you going to Greece.
When Jill asked me what was wrong, I admittedly lost it. I told her I'm tired of hearing her flaunting
She
her money at
lost
everyone
it.
all the time.
Okay.
And everyone knows she only married her husband for money. It got really quiet for a couple of seconds, and to my surprise, Jill very calmly asked if that's what everyone really thought. I said yes. Jill then asked if it was at all possible that she initially...
Why is she saying yes as if she's speaking for everyone? Like, right there alone, like, you're that person?
dated him for his
You're
money,
that
but fell in
person?
love with him along the way. Both our other friends said, of course. At the same time, I said no. I told her she fell in love with what he can provide for her. She then asked me if I love what my boyfriend provides for me, which was different because I never started dating him for those things. She countered that with, of course you did. If you were just attracted to him but he wasn't loving, providing, caring, you wouldn't still be in a relationship with him. And if you were, it would be an unhappy and unhealthy one. I argued it's still not the same thing. She then stood up
But
and
is it?
said she has other places to be and not to worry about the bill. She left and the three of us finished our meal in silence. When the server came around, he handed me the bill for my meal only.
This chick's awesome. This is the best chick alive. Oh my god.
She paid
Oh my, like the fact that she says, don't worry about the bill. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Oh,
for herself and the other two, but left me to pay for an almost $50 meal
you
that I
mad
really
or
couldn't
not?
afford. I texted
Hold up, a $50 meal. You knowingly ordered $50 off of somebody else's dime? And as you're talking crap about the money your friend has, bro, like, contradictory or
her and called her an asshole. She replied saying not to message
Oh
her
my
again
Lord.
until I apologized for my earlier comments. I admit I might have been too hard, but I don't think I'm wrong. So am I the asshole?
yeah.
You might be.
She took us to
Yeah.
this really fancy restaurant. It's called P.F. Chang's. It's just insane.
I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be money insensitive
Y'all saw
here,
that?
but
Oh
an
my God,
entree
y'all saw
and two
that?
drinks, that's at least $70.
What's your guys? Is she the asshole?
She's absolutely not.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's
should've
clearly
knifed him too.
another issue. There's
Need to give
something
me a
else is
pro
brewing.
controller.
Flaunting your money by like taking your friends out, dude. If I had a rich friend who was constantly treating me to shit, I don't know. Maybe I understand how some people don't like that, but for me, I'm like, yeah, like spoil me, bro. Yeah.
Spencer wants to be wine and dine. Yeah, like, but dead ass though, like you've got a friend who's willing to hang out with you, spend time with you, spend money on you. Like it just goes to show you that, you know, what type of person they are. Like they're thoughtful, they're clearly think of you as a good friend, and here you are doing all this extra. Oops, wrong one. Like that's so freaking rude. And for the fact that, like, all right, as a guy, I know plenty about, you know, gold diggers and stuff like that. Every guy has heard stories, been in potential situations where they're being used for their money in certain cases. But like, if your friend just so happens to meet that guy who has a lot of money like that, why are you reacting this way and trying to act like it's fake, like she doesn't truly love this man and it's just for his money? You're the one trying to make her this superficial one, and you don't even seem to. She definitely gives us no indication of what type of person this friend is, but like, we can already see with some context clues that she's the type of person to regularly take her group of friends out, treat them to lunches, treat them to maybe shopping like sprees or whatever, for all we know. And like, this friend who's making this post has probably taken full advantage of that, but now you want to still spit in her face, essentially. Like, come on, dude. That's like, what? Let her live, bro. Like, clearly they're happy going to Greece. They got 2 kids, bro.
Anytime you want. What are you doing tonight and
You
tomorrow
wild.
and the next night? Shane, buy me meals.
Bro, it's the facts. Like, who wouldn't love to have a friend who's treating them like that? It's like dope. Even if it's like, yo, you try to go get a couple drinks at the bar, like, and they buy a few rounds for you, like, you're gonna like scoff in their face because like, you brought your boyfriend's money that you don't even truly love because like, it's just for his money as I take advantage of you. Golly, bro. That's.
But yeah, like people do have
Yeah.
different relationships with
Yeah.
money. So it's just like, this did not need to be an outburst in front of friends. like at the dinner table, that feels like, I mean, that feels super inappropriate to me.
If at any point
Super,
you find yourself
super
initiating a dinner outburst, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been friends since high school, so she's seen this friend through all sorts of things, and like she's in a different phase, and she's not like kind of happy that her friend found her dream, like found her dream
saying.
life. You know, it's like
Let
yeah,
her
she's not like
live,
flaunting it in the
bro.
shitty way.
They should have offlined about it.
She should have just been honest. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to be
Should've
vulnerable.
outlined
Like,
about
damn,
it.
dude, you know, I feel envious. Like, I feel
Yeah, she needs to take
like,
a
like
I feel
a-
bad about my own life because you've got such a good thing going.
OP needs to look in the mirror.
She wants her friend to feel bad though, and that's what makes her the asshole.
And to be clear here, Jill, married, in her late 30s, early 40s, has 2 children, married with 2 children, and this girl said,
Thank you.
You only married me for the money. This is someone who is so deeply settled into
Yeah.
her life, and you are holding on to high school resentments? No, 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 no.
Well,
I
Facts.
don't want to diminish the pain that perhaps she caused you in your childhood, but I want to tell you it is time to heal and maybe look at yourself and realize that someone else's life
Look
does not
inward.
hold bearing on your own.
But it sounds like there wasn't even high school trauma. Like it was just like, why aren't you dating? She's like, I don't know. Like I want a rich guy. It's like, okay, like
there's a
that's
lot of
your-
weird. There's a lot of weird shit. For one of like, she didn't date anyone, even though everyone else was dating.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
My friend was a virgin dork.
Yeah.
It was strange. She was a virgin because I wasn't.
Yeah.
It's just strange. Like,
I should be
it
playing
just
Ground
feels like she
War.
can't grasp other people's lives
Yeah.
a little bit.
Just to be clear, the move of paying for everyone but your friend, most baller
So
shit of all
funny.
time.
So baller.
So
the
funny.
coolest
It also
thing
sounds-
anyone's ever done.
I think OP is the crazy.
Bro, deadass. That is like such a gangster move. And just be like, bitch.
Crazy friend in the group,
So
but
gangsta.
she wants this friend to be the crazy
Respect.
friend.
She thought
because
she
the way
ate.
she talks about Jill responding, Jill was like, "Is that true?
Is that true? Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean for this. It sounds like a sitcom level
Yeah.
of like hysterics. This sounds like a Seinfeld character. I just want to point out, like, there's some weird shit in
Yeah,
her
I can
writing.
see
like,
that
her
being a
pointing out that they got a
Seinfeld
prenup.
episode.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's such a George Costanza kind of person. Like, that would be George Costanza talking in Seinfeld. Like, I could see it. God.
You probably
like,
should. You probably
That
should.
Why did you throw
personality.
that in there?
Yeah.
Though? Like you hate this person, and
Yeah.
you're trying to convince us to hate this person, and it's not working. What's funny? She mentioned the prenup, which also kind of goes against her hypothesis.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Facts.
they signed a prenup, so she wouldn't get money.
Got him with that
It just
one.
doesn't. None of this adds up. But
Should we go to Greece?
Yeah. I think we should do 3 weeks in
I
Greece.
think we should do 3 weeks in Greece. Let's go meet up with Jill.
Also, OP knows you don't have to be friends with people you don't like, right? That's not required. Yes, legacy friends is a real thing, not when you're into your 30s. You drop that shit. Cut it out.
But I think if she were to stop being friends with her, how does she justify it in her head? She's trying to justify it, and she can't. And so she's trying to find a way.
What the frick?
Comments. I want to know this juicy shit.
You're the asshole. So when Jill treats you and your
Yeah.
other friends for a lovely dinner, her treat, she's a gold digger flaunting her money. But when she leaves you with your portion of the bill to pay, you can't afford it, and she's an asshole for not paying your bill. You can't have it both ways. Pick a lane and stick to it. That's very true.
Right.
You're the asshole eagerly taking her money for a free lunch, but jealous when she spends it with her husband. I love how Jill left you with the bill, crying, laughing emoji. You're the asshole. Jill could not have handled that situation more perfectly. She is not only more beautiful than you and wealthier than you, she has more class in her pinky finger than you possess in your entire body, and jealousy is
God.
consuming you. That must be a terrible way to live. Yeah, I didn't think of that element. She probably like this friend. She mentions like, oh, she was always so beautiful and like
Yeah.
perfect. So
Yo, I'm sorry. I just felt like John Wick with that moment. Like, shoot his hand so he can come out. They get. Too bad it wasn't a headshot, I don't think. Go back and watch the
she was like,
footage.
but I have some sort of standing
I
over
think
you.
I think she's jealous of the husband. I think she's in love with Jill. Get print it.
Jennifer's body situation.
Yeah, exactly.
it's contentious because everyone feels different. But and you mentioned like finances are important, but some people finances are a consideration in
Yeah.
marriage. Like that matters to some people. And at the end of the day, if two people are married for whatever reason they're married
come on,
is
say
like
it.
straight up their business.
Yeah.
She's trying to like
Right.
say they're not in love. That's I don't know. It just doesn't feel like
It's like that's not your choice.
It's
like, that's
just
not your
that
like,
part.
Yeah.
all right. Like even if she was like, yeah, it's like all right.
It's like okay, then okay.
So let
And?
us proceed.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
If OP is watching, I would. A lot of people are calling you an
Oh,
asshole
no,
right
no,
now.
no.
I want to say, just focus on
That's
yourself.
fair. That's fair.
You don't
Good on you, bud.
need someone else's life
Excuse
does
me.
not hold bearing on your life. Eyes on your own paper. Who gives a shit what your friend is doing? You're too old for this shit.
That's so
Eyes on
true.
your
Book your own
own
grease
paper.
Yeah, dude. Go to Greece.
Book your own
I'll go
grease.
with you.
Even though you're not as hot as Jill.
Yeah.
It's true.
Next story. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to use different body wash?
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's hear him out.
Yeah,
All right,
right,
buddy.
right. Let him
This post
cook.
was on August 12th, 2023, so this is recent.
Okay.
Just-
This person still stinks.
The main thrust of this post is, I am allergic to nuts and my girlfriend's body wash contains almond oil. It isn't
Oh.
life-threatening for me to come in contact with it, but it does cause hives. I asked my girlfriend, Jess, to change the body wash she uses as I am getting hives from residue of her body wash in the shower. Jess was initially fine with it after a small
Wow. So first off, that's interesting. I did not know you can get like a contact reaction like that from almond oil and body wash. But dude, if that's true, and I don't see how he can be an asshole for asking her to switch if he's getting hives.
small back and forth, but has since spoken to friends and believes that I am being too controlling, as do her friends. My friends are mostly neutral, with a couple
Too
saying that I need
controlling?
to nut up and let her use whatever she wants.
Wow.
Okay, a little bit of added context is that we recently decided we wanted to
fucked.
move in together and decided to do a trial run, as Jess still lives with her parents and I rent my own place. So it's easy enough for her to move in with me for a
Dude, all trial that is jacked, bro. Like, here you are having a legitimate allergic reaction, something your body cannot handle, can't control it. That's not like something you chose, and people are telling you to nut up, suck it up, get over it, just deal with it. You're being how is that controlling for asking a little bit of compromise? Like, come on, like just come on. A little bit of
months to see if
compromise.
living together full-time works for us. It's never been a problem before now,
mean,
as
can-
I've never had a reaction from touching Jess after she uses it, but I am having a reaction from the residue that is left in the shower, usually on the removable shower head, which I need to use to get clean because I'm a big dude, and just leaving it up there doesn't reach everywhere.
Let's go.
Jess has always been aware of my allergies.
Easy dubs.
She doesn't eat nuts if she knows we are going to do
Oh,
anything together.
oh, I knew
and
he
the
was
few
gonna be
times when
around
she
there.
has, she thoroughly brushes her teeth before
Should have
seeing
busted
me.
out the sniper on it.
So
all
that's
good.
that's the post.
I was right. I was right.
Yeah, I
That's
feel like that's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Change your fucking body wash. What are you talking about? As
Yeah.
someone with sensitive skin over here, I get all sorts of
Yeah.
itchy. It is not fun.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm allergic to that. You're being really controlling right now.
Stop.
right.
You're
Like,
being really f***ed up.
It's like no, like
So
you, like
weird. You're being controlling right
you know,
now.
it's the thing where people kind of weaponize these like therapy terms or what. I mean, it's not to that extent, but it's like this is not control.
weaponizing therapy terms. That is such a good way to say it, because people do that a lot in relationships for the sake of winning an argument. And that is what the biggest issue I think with this post is. Like, there's no compromise, but like you see it a lot when you hear the way people argue in relationships. Like, it's this want to win. Like, I need to, there's no like middle ground, and it's like you're fighting with each other just to prove each other wrong, or to prove each other as the bad guy, in a situation, other than just saying like trying to just make it like this is what it is. And how do we find a new route to take from that? And that's the hardest thing to do, because that requires work and a lot of people don't want to do it.
Trolling, this is like, you know, a relationship, you know, you have to make concessions. Like, you're not always going to align on things. And sometimes, especially if you're going to live together, it's like, hey, I'm allergic to this. It's like, okay.
Are people fucking insane?
Yeah, like.
What are you
Perfect example. What happens if this dude leaves the toilet seat up? I guarantee you it's like Armageddon and she's flipping shit because she almost fell in. Bro, fuck out of here. He's asking for a small little piece. Now, maybe there was some other stuff behind the scenes we don't know about, but like face value, this seems pretty cut and dry. This is an allergy. What if she was sensitive to gluten? That would require a hell of a lot of compromise on his part, because a lot of things need to change as far as diet, how things are, you know, treated, cleaned around the house. You got to be very conscious of breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? So that's just as compromising in a situation for that partner if something was to have if something was to slip and that person was to have a reaction to it. So if she was, let's say, gluten sensitive, would she not be coming to him and saying, hey, I need you to do this if we're going to be living together? Same. You cannot sit here and say like, okay, this is a bodily function issue. It's not like he's saying, yo, I don't like the way that smells, switch it. No, I'm having an allergic reaction. Shit, if you really want this body wash so bad, I clean the shower afterwards then, so I don't have to have an allergic reaction to it. If you have to have this, like, is there no other body wash you can use? There's no others. Like, there's an entire aisle dedicated. I'm pretty sure you can find one without it.
Change your. Why are we having this conversation? Change your goddamn body wash. It's
Yeah.
making me itchy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have hives on my body. There are 8,000 body washes in the world.
Counterpoint,
I'm sorry
almond-
that you
yeah.
can't smell like fucking nuts.
Almond
Okay.
oil
Change
smells
your
pretty
goddamn
good.
body wash.
gotta
I have
smell like
hives
nuts.
on my body. If I have the wrong detergent in my bed sheets or in my shirt, my armpits get red and they crack and it hurts and it's itchy and it's not fun. If I drink the wrong thing, I shit for days. Okay, allergies
Does
are
not sound fun.
serious and they're not fun. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to control you. I'm doing this because my body hates me. Evolution should have weeded me out. I'm a weak person. You need to help me out. I'm a wounded little baby bird. Fucking protect me. Oh my God, go to hell.
So I think we know how
Am I the
Zach feels. No,
Yeah.
no.
And the consensus is.
So my theory, because he talks about like when he
that's
first brought it up to her, there was a bit of
hilarious,
a
though.
back and forth.
Yeah.
And then
That
she went.
was a
So it
great
sounds like she was
reaction.
hesitant from the get-go. I don't think she told her friends the full story. I don't know if she told them that he's allergic.
She's like,
That's a good point.
He's asked me to
he
change my
tells me-
body
He
wash.
tells me I fucking stink.
He says I don't. Yeah, that's my theory, but
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. So there's a comment here. Not the asshole. It's crazy to me that she's even questioning that, let alone thinking you're controlling. It's a health issue. OP responded, I think that because it's not life-threatening, they see it as unnecessary for her to have to change it. They think that me getting her to do so is controlling because it's not needed.
Okay.
I
Wow.
fully disagree. That's just
Unless there's something that's
By
being
whose
left out of the
standards is it
story.
not needed?
Yeah, cut and dry.
Who gets to dictate what's needed for his allergic reactions? What?
He was voted not the
that
asshole.
does not
Dump
make
her.
sense.
Yeah.
Facts.
So 6 days later, on August 20th, this
Whoa,
was
there's
posted.
an update.
I know that I only responded to like one comment, but the amount that I received was honestly overwhelming. So thank you to everyone who responded. I did read all of them. I thought I'd post this update to tell you guys what happened and explain a little bit of why I made the initial post.
Okay.
For those who are wondering about ages, I'm 21 and Jess is 25. My friends hover
Wow.
around my age and hers hover around her age.
Bro, she's 25 years old and she's not willing to compromise? To me, that's childish, bro. Like, how immature of a 25-year-old, bro? To be so... To say you're controlling by... Oh my god, bro. That's...
I wish I could come back and say that I had seen my own
bonkers.
value and got myself out of the relationship, but the truth is that Jess broke up with me 2 days after the post. I was still thinking, and she asked to meet up to discuss things. I went in hoping for the best, but was met by her telling me that it wasn't working, and she didn't see a future for us where we were both happy. That hurt a lot. I spent the past
Bro.
few days sort of realizing how stupid my original post here was. Of course I'm not an asshole for not wanting to come into contact with someone on something I'm allergic to. I think a lot of you probably wondered why I even had to ask. The truth is that I felt like I was going crazy. I genuinely liked and respected her friends. I thought they were really smart. So to be told that this was the opinion of my girlfriend as well as theirs
Violent.
made me take it very seriously. When I went to my friends and received no support or validation, I started to convince myself that I was wrong. I also actually learned from the comments that continued exposure could worsen my reactions, so that's handy to know now. Wow.
Am I the asshole? Every time I go to kiss my girlfriend, she rubs peanut butter on her lip first. I don't know if I want to come into
Gotta
contact.
get out of there.
I love that she called him for coffee and was like, a world where I don't smell like nuts is a world that I don't want to live in.
Yeah.
She needs to smell like nuts.
My theory on
Like, that kills me.
is, it sounds like she was checked out of the relationship before this was issue.
Gotta be, dude.
And, like,
she just needed a reason.
I don't know.
That was
'cause
her
it's
out.
so. I think if she cared about him, you'd think like, yeah.
She
but it
needed
sounds
an
like she
out.
didn't care about him at this point. Like,
And yeah, the age gap, it's not problematic. It's just a little funny to me. 21-year-old dude dating a 25-year-old chick. It's a little funny. It's not like deeply funny. It's just like
it's a
it's
little
just
funny.
it's like okay, why are you dating a little dude? I don't know.
What's funny is
if
when I was 21, if a 25-year-old woman dated me, I would have thought that.
Right. I'd be like, why?
Why are you dating me? There was one comment on this. This dude dodged a bullet. I can't imagine not wanting to fix something easy to prevent someone else from having negative health effects. The fact that she
Exactly.
went as far as to call him controlling is crazy. I feel for the next dude she treats terribly.
bonkers, dude.
There's gotta be more that we're not hearing. 'Cause
Yeah.
Again, this is one side. Like, what else is this guy doing that pushed her to feel like he was controlling her, or what else is going on in her life? I don't know.
But like, even if my partner was like, I don't like the way that body wash smells, I'd be like, well, like I'll change it. Like I don't know,
Right.
unless I have a condition where I have to use that body wash.
Who
And
doesn't
maybe
want
I'm
to
just a
do something
pushover.
like
if
that
she
for their
tells me
partner,
that she doesn't
bro?
like my shoes, I'm throwing them
Like,
away.
that is
I
so
will, whatever the
selfish.
fuck you say, I'm
you
doing
ask
it.
me.
I'm just happy to have
Yeah,
it.
I'm just happy to be here. No, I mean like,
Just happy to
Not
be
to be
here.
nominated.
if it's like an easy pivot, like
Yeah. Another element is they recently moved in together. Yeah, they're doing like a trial run of moving in together.
Which
and
is smart.
I do think for relationships, it can like make or break super
Yep.
fast. She might have just been
That's
not
what really
fed up
does
that
it.
he's
That's
doing
the
anything
true
wrong,
test.
but she's fed up because they have very different living situations. It sounded to me like she had a lot of animosity towards him.
Can I just say, across the board, point blank, don't move in with your partner when you're 21. You're too young. Don't do it.
But I will say, like, moving in with someone is it's
huge.
It's a
But you would
huge
think somebody
thing,
at
and I have often
25?
said the things that I think make or break a relationship.
She would be more
are, like,
compromising, or at least a
what
little
your,
bit more
bathroom
mature in this
counter looks like.
situation, I would
Like
think.
how you organize your drawers. That shit will rip a relationship apart faster than things that you think are huge.
that's why I think a trial run. I think it's really smart.
Yeah. And look, this is what it was for. And they both realized like,
And you failed.
and they failed the trial run. And he's super young. He should not I think don't tolerate that type of stuff when you're
Yeah.
21. Be like, hey, I'm gonna try it out with someone else. Next story. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her 90s nostalgia was cringy and to move past it?
Oh God.
All right, you dude.
Right, dude. Come on, man.
The 90s were a lot happened in the 90s. What's the nostalgia for?
Yeah, she loves George
That
H.
sounds like a
W,
little bit of a hater to me.
Okay, my girlfriend is obsessed with the 90s. We were both born in the beginning of that decade. This wasn't a problem until we moved in together at the beginning of this year.
There it is.
There it is again. She has one of those built-in VCR player TVs and a ton of videotapes. Badass. Sick. She has console games too, the newest being the N64. She loves the hell out of that damn N64 and constantly wants me to play with her. I can't stand it. The graphics are so bad. She doesn't like newer games because the graphics are scary, whatever that means.
Bruh, she can't play newer games because the graphics are too scary. How old are you? I'm sorry. But like, first off, as a 90s kid, my damn self, I totally dig the freaking nostalgia factor, but bro, VHSs, what's so fun about VHSs?
Sorry, I thought it was real.
What's the deal with the VCR?
What
I
is
thought that train was coming out of the screen.
Oh, I gotta rewind it.
What is this? It's a GameCube. I can't do this.
The mansion that Luigi's in, it's so scary.
Those damn videotapes take up so much space, it's ridiculous. She only has about 10 tapes
Facts.
she watches constantly. I thought it would be nice to get her these on DVD. She never even opened them.
That's kind of childish right there. Like, come on now. It's the same movie. There's nothing wrong with having the nostalgia factor of the movie itself. What's so nostalgia about the fucking videotape? That's just, oh God, that's just...
Came to a head today. When my girlfriend likes a song, she will listen to that one song on replay for days. This was the situation.
Now that part I can
came
understand
home from work
personally.
To hear You Were Meant for Me by Jewel for the fucking millionth time this week.
Dude, growing up with my mom, be like...
I got enough of that song in the 90s. We should have left it there. Bro, I think there's only so many times someone can hear that fucking song before it becomes psychological torture. All of the frustration I felt for these things was unleashed upon her. She didn't even have anything to say. She just sat there looking sad. I did feel a bit bad, but I think these things needed to be said. He's speaking to the wrong crowd too, because I think on Reddit, a lot of these, you'd be like, "This is the best woman on the planet!" Like,
my VHS of Speed.
my girlfriend only wants to play N64 all the time. It's like badass.
My girlfriend wants to name our daughter Lake.
I think you, I don't know, hate your girlfriend is what I'm hearing. Because like, I don't think that any of these.
I need a grab. I'm sorry, I might be crunching a little bit. It's been so long.
Things are good or bad. It's clearly who she is.
It's really funny she's scared of modern graphics, though.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's really.
I mean, look, you found a girlfriend who's got her little fun TV and her VHS, and you don't like it. Like, that's on you.
I would say, let's just break down the different elements here, because there's a lot of Am I the Assholes within this. If your partner were playing one song on loop forever and ever and ever, I think that you can say, hey, I've heard this song many, many times. Maybe a little earbot, little AirPod. Well, I guess she probably has a Walkman. So
At no point does he say that they've had conversations about this before. Like he just blew up on her.
They definitely need to learn how to communicate.
Some comments
for
here.
Real.
You're the asshole. Of course she doesn't have anything to say. Her partner jumped on her for liking something. What do you really love? Now imagine your girlfriend telling you it's stupid and that you should stop. Not nice. Don't be a jerk. You're the asshole. I hate Seinfeld specifically because the damn show is on repeat in my house.
Blum,
I want
blum, blum.
I want to drown Kramer in a bucket, but seeing my boyfriend laugh and smile is 100%.
Kramer would never fit in a bucket.
Yeah.
He's way
First
too
of
tall.
all,
But seeing my boyfriend laugh and smile is 100% worth grinding my teeth to nubs every time I hear Elaine's stupid frickin' voice. Okay, you lost me there. He has no idea I hate it. I'd never, ever take away a single thing that brought him joy. Someone commented, don't hate on the N64.
I think this guy just sucks at Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
He's frustrated.
He's like, can we please play Ultimate? And she's like, no, that's scary. Link looks way too real. We're biased because I feel like we have a lot of 90s nostalgia.
I get it though. That 60.
See, but I get the 90s nostalgia, but like, you can update it. You can get updated versions of stuff. Like, bro, full respect to her. Keep the N64. Bro needs to learn how to enjoy that part. But like the VHSs, to me, that's something like you can move on from. Because you can actually go get a DVD player, have those DVDs, and have it in your possession. You can watch whenever you want. Same way as if it's a VHS, except for the fact that you don't have to worry about that tape ever ripping. Eventually it's going to happen as many times as she might rewatch those same videos over and over like he says. So it's like, come on now. There could be some updates there. And then like, sounds to me like this girl's got some kind of like ADHD, some kind of obsessive disorder, maybe even but the ADHD for the repeating of the songs is a big tell right there, which is cool too, because it's like, you know, sometimes you just like to I do it too. If I find a song that really hits, I'm gonna listen to it at least 2-3 times right then and there. Now, I get it, eventually it gets old, but you know, you learn how to communicate that part better and say like, hey, can we give it a little break for a little bit? Or shoot, you just put some headphones on. If she's, you know, let's say doing some house cleaning or whatever, you could compromise too. Go to the gym, I guess, till she's done listening to music for the day.
PS4 does kind of suck.
We should cut that.
It's like the controller's terrible. Like most of the games like run at like 20 frames a second. Like I'll pop on Mario 64 occasionally. Like that game and Super Smash have aged really well.
Slaps.
The majority
A
of the
sniper dot.
yeah, the majority of the N64 library like is not great. I'm saying that with my whole chest.
You want to lock that in on
Wow.
this
I'm locking
video?
that in. Yeah.
Kiana, like, look, we're not editing that out.
You're the director of games.
I'm fine with that. I think it's one of the worst controllers. It's like, you know, it's
Wow.
not my favorite console. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but objectively, if you don't have nostalgia for the N64, it's not good.
I am not going to say anything.
I tried downloading GoldenEye on the
GoldenEye
Switch.
is awful.
Holy crap!
Great music,
Wow.
like iconic like sound effects, but like the actual gameplay, infuriating.
Maybe you
Wow.
just suck. at it.
Valid. This is my take. This is 100% my take.
You're allowed to have
Wow.
that, man.
I'm allowed to have that.
Comments, do your thing.
Wow.
But relative to other consoles
Spencer.
at the time,
No, I just mean like it was like kind of like the early onset of 3D. Like it was really hard to do like, so that's why like the best ones like Mario 64 has aged super well.
Did you write this post?
Yeah. I hate my girlfriend. Yeah, I that's all I have to say about the N64.
okay, man.
But like
All right.
That's all I have to
boyfriend
say.
is not
You just
the
finished a
boyfriend is
10-minute
not
monologue.
Yeah, the boyfriend is not raising these legitimate issues.
Tune in to every Smosh Games live stream on Thursdays from here on out. where the chat will be talking about this.
Yeah.
I think the ultimate thing that we're taking away here is don't hate on something people like. You know, like don't tell them not to like it.
Also understand that what people like is part of who they are.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
So-
a good. That's
Right.
That's
This is-
important.
This is what you signed. I mean, yeah, if you don't like this, like, again, you just don't like your girlfriend.
I want to say, here at this office, we are a very opinionated bunch, and we love video games, we love movies and TV, and everyone here has very different tastes, and the way we converse is very respectful. We have this type of conversation where someone will be like, oh, dude, I love that movie, and they'll be like, dude, I think that movie's trash. But we're not saying, like, you're stupid for liking it. We're just offering different points of view, but we're acknowledging, hey, that's my point of view. Doesn't mean you're wrong, I'm right. Just that's my point of view. And that's fun, but when it goes to this, it's bad. It's bad.
Also, what? You think I'm gonna not watch my VHS of Dunstan Checks In for the 80th time this week?
Oh yeah.
VHS tapes are sick as hell. That aspect of this, I think, is so cool.
You have any VHSs that you watch so much that you burned the whole tape?
I did that when I was a kid with Beauty and the Beast.
There were definitely movies that I
Beauty
watched
and
a
the
lot.
Beast?
I remember the tapes would get messed up and you have to stick the pencil in and rewind it, or like you'd have to fix the crinkly tape.
Yup.
I had a
Had that
a
happen.
combo VHS DVD player in college, and when I was driving up to college, I went over a bump, and so the DVD got stuck in there.
What
So,
was it?
Josie and the Pussycats.
Nice.
Next story. Okay. Am I the asshole for
See, he mentions the VHS DVD combo. Y'all people were sleeping because they had one that actually you can burn DVDs and you can convert all of your VHSs into DVDs on this thing. Sick. Come on, bro. You don't have to have a VHS. Those things are terrible.
buying a murder house and not having a problem living in it? Throwaway because I don't want this on my main. All right.
Throwaway is this is
Throwaway
not my
account.
main
They made a
account.
brand new
Okay.
account just for this post.
Cool.
I'm a 40-year-old man. My fiance Sarah is 37 and her daughter Kim is 16. Kim's dad died when she was 6. Kara and I met when Kim was 10. I didn't meet Kim until we were together over a year and knew things were serious. My relationship with Kim isn't parental, but we get along without fuss most of the time. I feel more like an uncle figure than a parental figure.
Yeah, you're the asshole. It's your fucking stepdaughter, bro.
Kara's,
It's your fucking stepbrother. No. I
Kara's,
don't really see her as a daughter. She's just kind of like a dude I live with. What are you talking
A
about?
dude who happens to be a 16-year-old girl.
Oh my god.
Kara's mother was just in a major car accident and she couldn't leave Kim due to her online school schedule. Kim had friends over without permission the last time she was left alone for a few days. So Kara asked if she could stay with me for the next few weeks. She doesn't have a firm return date yet, and I agreed. I bought a house a few years ago and finished the renovations and remodel last fall. I got it cheap because a murder occurred here over a decade ago, and no one touched it until I fixed it up. It's not like there was blood or anything anywhere, and the way I see it, someone probably died in most houses and buildings that exist.
Preach.
It sucks, but death is everywhere.
Fair.
Kim has been staying
Very
with me
fair.
since Saturday, and she even seemed excited when I gave her the grand tour. I showed her the basement hangout and said she could have a friend or two over if she wanted so they could have some fun. After all, I know she's worried about her grandma. I even showed Kim the room I put together for her, which made her cry because she must have thought she'd just be in a guest room.
Yeah, because she wants a dad.
I wanted her to feel at home because this would be her home when she and her mother move in. Things were going great until I found Kim crying in the kitchen this morning. She went for a walk when she woke up, and upon chatting with a neighbor down the street, learned about the murder that happened.
What?
Hey, you moved into that house, eh?
I thought for sure.
That's literally what you talked to.
I thought that's like a fucking Scooby-Doo, but I thought for sure it was gonna be the dad setting up. I thought the dad was gonna be like me trying to bond with
Yeah,
my 16-year-old.
Well, 'cause he didn't tell- no, 'cause he
no,
said-
I'm glad.
He
Like,
didn't tell it. Literally, she walked down the street and there's just like, so, looking to enter that house, eh? All right. Literally, this is.
Nasty business.
The neighbor was very descriptive and told her far more details than I knew.
Jesus.
And Kim asked why I didn't
That's
tell her.
so fucked
I was
up.
honest and told her that I knew a major crime happened, but it was over a decade ago by now. It's not that I don't care, but the price of this house was too good to pass up. There's no way I could have afforded a house this nice and this big under normal circumstances. Kim demanded that I sell the house because she doesn't want to live here when she and Sarah...
I'm not listening to a 16-year-old girl telling me to sell my damn house.
Kim demanded I sell the house because she doesn't want to live here when she and Kara move in with me. I told her that's not happening. Kara is too preoccupied with her mom to deal with this right now, but Kim is at my throat. Kim thinks I'm cruel for not caring enough about her to sell my house. When I told her that I care about her and even made sure she has her own room, she snapped and said that I just don't get it. Am I an asshole for not having an issue living here?
I want to know about the murder.
Yeah, so Kim, the daughter, talks to probably this, in my head, creepy ass neighbor who goes into full detail, more details than he knew. And now she's just thinking about that in this house. Of course she probably is like, I cannot live here. But
little bro.
he's also, look, as an
All right, little
adult,
bro.
he's like, dude, I bought a house, like, I'm not gonna sell a house. Like, I can't afford a different house. Now, I'm saying this without context. I think there's some context in the comments here.
Even before the context, can I say, I think he's asking the wrong question. It's not,
I
am
don't
I the
think he's an
asshole for being
asshole.
okay living in this house? It's, am I the asshole for not treating my future stepdaughter like a daughter? Like, he's treating her just like some fucking roommate.
How long have they been
You need
together?
to care about what this person thinks, and you need to work to make her comfortable.
Did they
It's
say-
not like, yeah, great that you have no problems living in this house. Your family has a problem living in this house, and you need to be a father figure and step in.
Well, I think he
Well,
said
that's
Kara is too preoccupied with her mom to deal with this right now, but Kim is at my throat. So the mom hasn't necessarily said that she doesn't want them to live there yet.
Right.
So I think if he and Kara both agree, like, hey, no, we're gonna live here as the parents, then that's.
I think there's
That's
a
it.
way to
I think,
do
yeah,
that.
And
yeah.
she's
You need to
16,
work-
so 2 years. Yeah, that's scary. Look, if I was in her shoes, me at 16, I'd have been terrified. I'd have been like, I'm gonna get killed by a ghost.
But if this happens
Bro,
in my life,
like,
I'm
come on,
not
just
like,
grow
hey,
up.
Reddit,
It's
am
not
I the
freaking
asshole?
Scooby-Doo.
It's like, no, I'm working with figuring out how to make her comfortable and
like, unless it's the Conjuring house and like this place is haunted, why is she complaining? First off, it's the child. If my son tried to tell me, Dad, I don't want you to live here because this murder happened, I'm gonna tell him, like, bro, I'm sorry. This is where we're living. Dad's paying the bills. This is where we're living. So that's how it is. It's a nice house, whatever. Like, he's painting that picture. He's trying to set it up, make it comfortable as best as he can. That's compromise. Making the house comfortable. So what if someone got murdered in it? It's not like had that weird random old person not said anything, you would have never known. Ignorance is bliss, right? Come on now.
and working through that. Not like, hey, my 16-year-old stepdaughter's this real dick, right?
Let's see if the comments clear some stuff up. Here's a
I
comment
think he's
from
taking
OP.
it weird.
I was planning on sitting them down and discussing the house's history soon anyways, due to their lease ending after the summer. But I hadn't thought that my neighbors would gossip about what happened before I could talk to them first. Especially
Right.
Kim, because she's still a kid.
Right, who
Someone else
does
said,
that?
no one's the asshole. As a rule, I don't like to call teenagers the asshole here, especially ones going through major life changes like Kim is, which is why I said no one's the asshole versus not the asshole. Teens behave irrationally to adults all the time, and they have big emotions. It's not surprising to me that a teen is more creeped out by living in a murder house, as you called it, than an adult who understands the cost of homes and the fact that death happens everywhere. Teen horror movies literally use murder houses as plot devices, especially given she was told this by a stranger and given too many details instead of having a trusted adult explain the house's history to her and why it's not dangerous to live there now. Though, if there's any assholes in the story, it's the neighbor. I agree. The neighbor is an asshole. The neighbor's weird.
Facts.
He sees some 16-year-old he's never seen before in his life, and he's just like, you want to hear a scary story?
It's such a horror movie.
You want me to
Shut up.
ruin your life? Response from OP to that comment. This response really helped me see a new angle that I hadn't considered. I think that considering the details, it was domestic abuse, a man killed his wife, and the fact that her mother and I are about to get married, okay. The gears are turning. I need to have a serious heart-to-heart with her tonight. Hopefully dinner from her favorite place will help. Thank you for your perspective. That is true. This is the beginning.
He's flaunting his money.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing like a
Taking her
little,
to, yeah.
nothing like a little PF Chang's to tide things over.
We're going to Carrabba's.
No one's the asshole
Little
but your
Olive
neighbor.
Garden,
What
'cause
were they
we're
thinking?
we're
I don't think
family
Kim
here.
has a right to demand you sell your home, but I'm gonna give her leeway for being uncomfortable and anxious due to her grandmother's
And
situation.
16.
And 60. And your
And a
neighbor being
child.
inappropriately detailed about the murder. I mean, look, I just think this is a fucking creepy ass neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be more scared of the neighbor than
Anything
the
else?
murder house.
No, and I think
Bingo.
especially the nature of the crime, like I think it's gonna be super important that he talk to her. And also, yeah, I mean, I don't even think we have time today to go into the, like, him being like, oh, like, I see myself as more of an uncle, like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
that's definitely an added layer.
It's a whole different can of worms where it's like, you know, I mean, maybe that's a discussion he had with his partner, like, hey, I don't want you to be a father figure. Like, she doesn't need that. Like, maybe she.
All right, so this is something I don't think they fully understand. When you're coming into a situation where you're potentially the step parent, the hardest thing for you to do is try to be the parent. Your goal is to act like a parent because, of course, you're wanting to love, provide, and be there for them the same way you would if, you know, they are your kids. You claim them. But the thing is, in those scenarios, the kids don't claim you as that parent yet. So for him saying that he was looking at it as the cool, like the uncle sort of thing, it makes sense in a way because he's just trying to explain the relationship they have, which can be a good thing. Like, it sounds like that could be a fun, healthy relationship with him and that kid, where she at least looks at him as a good, healthy role model or a positive adult figure she could look to, at least, you know, and still be comfortable, feel safe, and have fun with. So that's, in my opinion, a good thing on his part. I think they're looking at that part a little differently just because of the way it's said, not understanding what that truly means in practice.
There's
him that
another
leeway.
man that is or another person that's a father figure.
Because I'm sorry, the real reason I say that is because, once again, those kids are not looking at you and giving you that role immediately as parent. They're not claiming you as parent. They have one in their heart already, and you can't compete with that. You're not going to. You have to respect that. And I think that's what he's doing, is he's showing that respect of, I'm not trying to replace your dad, but I'm still trying to be someone you can look up to and respect and have love for, looking at as part of the family. So that's why I said, like, I think they need to give the OP a little slack on that part.
You're like,
Can I tell you, I feel like I would accidentally be that neighbor. I'd be like,
Really?
You're like
You think
walking
you would
your
do that?
dog, and you'd be like, oh, you moved in. Really f***ed up stuff happened there. Oh, it's crazy.
I think but a kid though adds the layer of, like, if I see for one, honestly, and I don't know who this neighbor is. The neighbor could have been another teenager.
This
all I
actually
know.
does remind me, because on my block there's a family that moved into a murder house, and they have a 16-year-old daughter, and I just had a very similar conversation.
I don't
Wow.
even just.
Okay.
I barely even
Wait a
talk to my
second.
regular
Wait
neighbors.
a minute.
how recent is this post?
But also, like, look, if the neighbor's a grown man, I think it's weird that a 16-year-old girl was walking down the street and he was just like, hey, hey, why are you talking to?
He's like, so you know the Lord?
He was just trying to kick off
know
a
the
side
lore?
quest.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by
Side
BetterHelp. A lot of the times, my brain and I are not friends, and I know you can relate to that, as pretty much every human on dad. Your brain, your 10%. Friends call me dad. All right, next story. Am I the asshole for letting my friends call me daddy?
I think we can move
Let's
on.
I
see.
think we're good. This is
For
okay.
letting them. That means
For
they
letting
want
my friends
to.
call me daddy. Throwaway. Yes, I think this is a weird story too. All right, this is gonna be crazy. For the past year or so, I, a 25-year-old woman, have had the nickname Daddy in our friend group. It just started as a joke when we were all together, and I jokingly told a friend to stop being glued to your phone all the time. Ugh, millennials. We all laughed, and he said, sure, Mom. And I said, I'm not your mother, but you may call me Daddy. So it was really just a joke that stuck. When we went bowling, someone entered my name as Daddy, and stuff like that has happened since then. Now onto the problem. A couple months ago when we were all meeting up at a friend's place, they all screamed, Daddy, when I arrived. And apparently the host's girlfriend thought that was weird. She told me she was really freaked out with it. I explained it was just a joke. She said she kind of found it disgusting and told her boyfriend not to call me that anymore. We stopped the conversation there. The only thing that happened that night is when another friend called me Daddy, she made gagging noises, but no one said anything else about it. Small things have happened since then. Like I know she
Playing
talked
with
about
the
me
furry
behind my
over
back,
here.
how I sexualize all my friends, have weird kinks and stuff. I'm literally asexual, LOL, but she doesn't know that. Now, at this point, I'm frustrated and ask my friends not to call me Daddy when she's around, hoping she and I can become better friends that way. Her boyfriend is still a great friend, and I don't want to make things difficult for something as stupid as a nickname. Not all of my friends agreed with me, but I haven't really been called Daddy in her presence since then. But the big problem happened yesterday. We were all Skyping, not including her, but including her boyfriend, and playing Pictionary online together. In the game, you insert a name per player. The host put Daddy as my name. We were playing for about 20 minutes when the girlfriend walked into the webcam's view for the first time. We didn't know that she was in the room. She had heard Daddy a few times at that point. She then said, you know, it's really wrong to be called Daddy when you're not a father and not being addressed by a young child. Now
She's gatekeeping.
Now I was very shocked at the sudden change of atmosphere. So I said, and I think I'm the asshole here, well, is it wrong for your boyfriend to call you sweetheart when you're so salty? And then his line disconnected.
She cooked. She cooked.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Damn.
You know,
was
you
a little
can't
harsh.
be an asshole when you drop bars.
Yeah.
None of us have been able to reach him or her since then. And I'm afraid we lost a friend because I didn't stop my friends from calling me Daddy. It didn't even matter to me that much. I wouldn't have missed the nickname. I'm also going to apologize for the salty comment because that was out of line anyway. And also, I don't know if we missed something. If someone could tell me why Daddy is so offensive, it's possible it's a very wrong thing to say and I didn't realize. No, this lady's crazy.
The girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the girlfriend is being so weird.
I think she probably came at it the wrong way when she was like, hey, like, it's like gross when they call you, like maybe like I'm uncomfortable with it. And if you frame it like that, then everyone might be a little more sympathetic. But like calling it like objectively gross or objectively like blah, 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 it's like, okay, like
It just sounds controlling as hell. Like to come into a friend group and be trying to change a dynamic. And also she's like, when someone said it, like she made gagging noises. I'm like, you in high school? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like,
You guys don't understand. When I was a kid, my dog got hit by a car, and the license plate said Daddy.
see, we didn't think of that.
We didn't think
That's
of that.
reframing it.
Think of that. As far as nicknames go, too, it's pretty
that's-
mild.
right.
I feel like a lot of people have some weird ass nicknames.
What about Daddy-O?
Daddy-O? That's cool.
I might draw the line at Daddy-O.
You know, some people have like problem with moist, right? So I'm trying to think like if the nickname was Hey Moisty, and she was like, you know, like maybe she just has some weird.
But that's fine if she's like, hey, I don't want to.
There's a better way to go about
But
it.
no, but they're having a Skype call.
Yeah.
Where they're just them, and she comes into it. I just think this is super.
What if she's trying to mix things up in the bedroom? She's starting to call her boyfriend Daddy, and then enter this person whose nickname
time
is
she
Daddy,
hears it,
and
ruining
she's
it
like,
for him.
I can't.
She's ruining it for him.
She's ruining the daddy dynamic.
I'm curious, you know, because she said like small things have happened since then. Like I know she talked about me behind my back, how I sexualize all my friends, have weird kinks and stuff.
That's weird.
I'm literally asexual, but she doesn't know that. I think she's.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
like
this
you're
woman's a bad person.
Yeah, you're making
this,
shit up.
This girlfriend is a bad person.
I think for the sake of the friendship, sounds like the original poster is going about this very maturely.
I think let's call them Daddy.
Sure.
Yeah, Daddy.
Daddy's being very mature about this, and
Daddy's being very mature, kitten.
I
I don't know. Yeah.
I like
Kitten
that.
would be where maybe I'd be like, all right, this is a little strange.
Whatever.
But you guys do your thing.
I think Daddy should reach out and be like, look, I don't control the nickname. I know that it makes you uncomfortable. I've asked them to stop talking, saying it in front of you.
Daddy
I
did
should-
all they could in their power.
Daddy don't know likey, and I'm sorry for saying what I said to you, but know that you are not the asshole. This person is crazy, and this happens in friendships. Your friends start dating people who are weird, and I think for the sake of the friendship, it is good to try and mend it because you don't want to lose a friend, and you also don't want to be the person that's like, hey, your girlfriend sucks. Don't get in between them. Let him figure that out on his own.
Comments here. Not the asshole, Daddy.
Yes.
Someone said,
Oh, Daddy, my daddy.
not the asshole. She was probably jealous and afraid of losing her boyfriend. Based on the little you put in here, she sounds controlling, and when/if they break up, she will blame. Don't be sorry. I laughed. That was a good comeback. OP responded, that did cross my mind that she was jealous. There are other girls in our friend group. One is gay and the other is in a relationship, so maybe that's why she has a problem with only me, but I'm not even the closest with him. I mean, it's perceived, you know, it's not about
You see a
what's-
single daddy, you might get a little protected.
Yeah. Not the asshole. Accusing you of being overly sexual with friends is rich, coming from someone who takes an innocent nickname and insists that it is sexual and wrong. Someone's got issues. Unrelated. I found your comeback hilarious. Thanks for the laugh. Someone said, overall not the asshole, but the comment on Skype was an asshole comment, and I'm glad you're apologizing for it. I think she is justified in being a little iffy about the nickname, but she is trying to say that it's wrong whenever she should be saying that she's insecure about it. She needs to take the blame for the change she wants to happen.
I think, yeah, taking ownership for your own feelings is
Yes.
important.
Yeah, she's trying to come and be like, you all are wrong. It's because it's such a recent change. I feel like in the past few years, it's become like mainstream, but like daddy. Like it now it does have so many layers of connotations to it. But like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion like nicknames could be whatever. If it's amongst a group of friends, then just joking around. I don't care. Like,
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna ask your friends to stop calling me daddy. From now on, I'm Big Joe.
yeah. Yeah. What if she's just like, okay, call me mommy. All right, next story. And
Tell us the next story, daddy.
names. All right.
Daddy, read to me.
Sing me a song, daddy.
Hush.
Sorry, daddy.
Hush, kitten.
Am I the asshole for telling my colleague that she basically called her newborn daughter Luigi?
Nothing wrong with that.
First of all, Luigi's dope as f. That's my go-to on Super Smash Brothers, and I'll kick your ass.
Questionable.
Okay.
Okay.
Circle back.
I'm using a throwaway because my main contains mentions of the company I work for and some personal pictures.
It's Try Guys.
It's Keith. I'm an Italian woman who works for an Italian company that has a close working relationship with a few American companies. More specifically, I am the Italian liaison of a kind of big department in one of these companies. So basically,
Funny roll.
everything that my American colleagues decide comes through me, and I relay it to my Italian colleagues. So many jokes in my
I
head
know.
right now.
Let me tell you what is happening at HQ.
Can you tell them we want to buy more stock? That's great.
they want
They want to buy more stock.
Thank you for buying my stuff. He works at Nintendo. He's like Charles Martinet.
Oh, we got a letter. Oh, we got to get the olive oil off of it first. Okay. In the years I've worked there, I've made good friends with some of these American colleagues. And in the past summer, one of them, S, who's in her early 30s, invited me to her house in the US. I had been to the US many times before that, but always for work, never for leisure. So I was really happy. It's the 4th of July, and S has organized a nice party. I met other people who work for the same company. One of them was M, a woman in her late 20s. S&M, a woman in her late 20s with her newborn baby girl, Gigi? At some point in the evening, M tells me that her husband is Italian too, and that they wanted to choose an Italian name for their baby to honor his ancestry. So they went with Gigi. I knew this name was used for girls in the US, but I didn't know people thought it was an Italian name. So I tell her that while Gigi exists in Italy
How did
as
he
a
not
name,
die?
it is not a girl name. And in Italy, there's a law that says you can't name a child with something that is traditionally used for the opposite gender. Wow. That's fascinating.
Dude, Italy's crazy.
Also, that neutral names do not exist in the language.
Really nuts?
Yeah.
You got shit?
She's like, what do you mean? I tell her that Gigi in Italy is a nickname for Luigi. If she comes to Italy and introduces her child as Gigi, Italians will think she has a little boy named Luigi. At this point, poor M starts wailing.
Luigi Hadid.
Luigi Hadid.
This is huge.
At this point, poor M starts wailing, sobbing that I'm just being mean, I'm making fun of her, that I'm jealous of her, and saying that her daughter is not named after a stupid video game character.
Oh my god.
That's stupid.
Not stupid, he has a whole mansion.
He is a man.
I tell her that Luigi, and Mario too for that matter, are completely normal Italian names that have existed for centuries, or even thousands of years, before the creation of video games. This does not calm her down at all. M is having a nervous breakdown, and someone calls her husband, who is at work, to come pick her up.
He's like, oh, what the happened?
What's going on?
Mamma mia!
I'm sorry, the Mario franchise set back Italians 300 years.
She's like, oh, you know your name, that name means Luigi in Italy, and she pulls out a green shell. She's like, what did you just say? Okay.
So she runs out of the
Pulls
room,
out a
she throws a
green shell.
banana behind her.
They leave shortly after, and I realize I've inadvertently ruined the party for everyone. Am I the asshole for telling this girl her baby's name is not what she thinks it is? Edit. Yes, M's husband is not really Italian, just has some ancestry. As far as
There we
I
fucking
know,
go.
he doesn't speak any Italian, nor has been to the country. But M told me they wanted to visit with the baby in the near future. That's why I told her that if she introduces her newborn to Italians as Gigi, they will initially think it's a boy. The husband doesn't even have an Italian-sounding name. He's named something waspy, like John Smith Jr. That's so funny.
Dude, and if they here's what they do: when you bring a boy to Italy, they know it's a boy. They start putting Parmesan cheese on it. They'll just start cheesing your baby with no, like
Then some
no,
black
they won't
pepper.
even ask. Yeah.
Yeah, fair warning.
Cover him in olive oil.
The asshole. She literally stated a fact.
Yeah.
This woman. It is such an American thing for her to have been like, my husband's Italian too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Say
no, your
that
husband's
again.
American.
Yeah.
And has not been to Italy. Is named John Smith Jr.
And also Gigi, like I don't know, like you can name your kid whatever you want. Like, and if they don't like it in Italy, like I'm sorry.
She's also not saying your baby's not going to be welcome in Italy. She's,
Yeah, it's just
she's
like-
saying, oh, people are going to think she's a boy at first.
Because it's a boy's name in Italy, and that's like, sorry you didn't Google it.
The original poster is not an asshole, she's just Italian. Sounds like there's some language
MTA,
barrier.
just Italian.
Yeah.
There's just a lack of tact, perhaps, of, yes, in the future, if you notice someone starting to get upset, maybe just back off.
Look, she is Italian, so there are cultural. She probably, what she's saying is probably, she's like, yeah, it's fine. And she's getting a. This is also not even an American response. That's just kind of a very intense response.
It's not like you threw a
Thank
blue
God she
shell
found
on
out.
her.
Thank God she found out here and not going to Italy and.
Think of how
dealing with
funny that would have been, though.
That would have been so funny. While the current laws prohibit parents from choosing a masculine name for a baby girl and vice versa, more and more parents are going to court to fight for the name they prefer for their child and winning.
Good.
It sounds like an
Sucks you have
old.
to fucking go to court.
Yeah.
Right, that's
okay,
so
some
dumb.
comments here. Not the asshole. You gave her information about names in Italy. Her reaction was very unexpected. Sometimes normal names in one country mean something quite different in other countries, or they are used for the opposite sex. It is not a big deal, and it is also not something that you have to hide in order to prevent her hurting her feelings. Because getting hurt by it is an abnormal response. My real name, not uncommon in my own country, means something very dark in another language. No big deal.
Share.
What
My
is
name,
it?
Bukake, means something totally different.
I gotta go with you're the asshole, a soft one. What was the point? The baby is named. Was she named in ignorance? Oh, absolutely. But they're not going to rename her. What you told her amounted to you f***ed up naming your child, which wouldn't make anyone happy. And really neither you nor she had anything to gain from you educating her. The proper response is to say, how cute, and then gossip about it with your friends back home. Someone said, you aren't the asshole, but you might need to learn to read the room. Yeah. And someone said, Italian here, born and raised in Italy. Gigi is a perfectly acceptable nickname for Luigina, which is a female version of Luigi. You are wrong and rude. and your
Louis
castle.
Gina?
Luigina.
Beautiful name.
Why haven't we seen that in Nintendo?
Nintendo, hire this man.
Luigina.
It was right there.
So edit. So the general consensus seems to be that I should have read the room, and I agree. I don't generally hang out with mums and children, so I was a little out of my depth, and I just thought that would have been funny trivia. Also, Em had been telling the group earlier that she was upset that her maternity leave had ended so soon and hated not being with little Gigi all the time.
You're like, well, in Italy.
I should have connected the dots. Another edit, please stop bashing on Em. Yes, her reaction was over the top, but she's a nice person and a young mom protective of her child. I didn't mean for this to become an attack on her character. Next story might be a bit of a tone shift. This
Am I
comes-
the asshole for stabbing my boss?
Yeah, it's like, huh. All right. This comes from relationship advice. So this isn't about who's the asshole. This is just
Okay.
general story.
How we're breaking the format.
I, a 34-year-old woman, was stabbed, and now my soon-to-be ex-husband, 34-year-old male, wants to cancel the divorce. What's going on, man?
What?
I was stabbed, and he
You
wants...
just called out that this was going to be a stabbing story. I also want to point that
I
out.
talk about stabbing a lot.
Okay. Called out that
I was...
husband, 34-year-old male, was stabbed. General story.
How we're breaking the format.
I, a 34-year-old woman, was stabbed, and now my soon-to-be ex-husband, 34-year-old male, wants to cancel the divorce. What's going on, man?
I was stabbed, and he
You
wants...
just called out that this was going to be a
Canceled the
stabbing story. I
divorce.
also want to point that
So they
out.
were getting a divorce.
Okay.
Then
I,
she
a
got
34-year-old
stabbed, and now
woman,
he wants to
was
stay together.
stabbed, and now my soon-to-be ex-husband, 34-year-old man, wants to cancel the divorce.
I think I need a little more info.
Okay, here we go.
It's like a...
He raised the insurance on her. Got a higher health insurance policy so he can get a bigger payout. And then you're gonna get stabbed again.
pity. I'm like, oh, you've been stabbed. I can't. Okay, I get it.
All right. My soon-to-be ex-husband and I had been married for 12 years. We got married at 22. About 4 months ago, he asked me for a divorce after confessing to me that he was having an affair and that he was in love with that person. At first, I took it badly, but I have always said that if there is a third person in a relationship, someone is left out. I also didn't want to waste my energy begging for something I know won't come back. His mother got sick, and I had to take care of her at night since the lady is quite picky with other people. She always
Wow.
treated me badly, but I still took care of her. This
Wow.
delayed the divorce a bit. I guess they were using me as a nurse or babysitter, LOL. A month and a half ago, I was assaulted when I was going to work. I don't have a car. My husband always drove me, but he stopped after filing for divorce. I didn't have
Wow.
much with me, just my cell phone and about $10, so I was stabbed for not carrying much in your pockets. Latin American moment is what she put in parenthesis.
No, I think that's what that was kind of Shane.
No,
It
that
was
is
like,
Shane
wow,
said
it
that.
says
Latin American
here.
moment.
It's what it says here. My emergency contact was
Allegedly.
my husband and the whole thing. He now doesn't want a divorce since he says that this altercation opened his eyes and that he really can't imagine a life without me. It was going to be an uncontested divorce since this type of divorce is totally free in my country and I'm stingy enough to not want to pay a lawyer's fees. But now he doesn't want a divorce. I'm living with my mother and my soon-to-be ex-husband comes every day to screw up my existence. What do I do to get rid of him? I already made it clear to him that I don't want anything from him. Besides, I already hired a lawyer to advise me, but he says it's taking too long because he doesn't want a divorce. Interesting. So she got robbed and stabbed, and now he's suddenly like, oh my God, you almost died. I actually want to be with you.
Stab him back.
The
Yeah,
husband or the robber?
Both.
Anyone.
Okay, there's some comments. here.
Anyone.
OP said, Latin moment, that is Latin American moment. Things that happen in Spanish-speaking countries or third world countries, LOL. When they assault you, they're supposed to take what you are carrying and simply leave, whether it is a lot or a little. In Latin America, sometimes people who don't have much to steal are stabbed or attacked for the simple fact of not having much. I don't know if that happens in other first world countries, LOL. It implies that you are being stabbed for taking up the attacker's time with your poverty.
Wow.
Crying, laughing emojis. Damn.
Wow.
This happened yesterday. She's like, ugh, am I right?
Hashtag relatable.
Holy crap.
Hey, we all cope in our own ways.
She's a tank.
Also, like, that's so rude. You robbed me.
That
I
relatable.
wasn't good enough for you? And now you're gonna put a hole in my body?
Yeah, it's extra fucked up. Someone else said, he doesn't have a life insurance policy out on you, does he? Who stabbed you,
That's what I
and
said.
is it being thoroughly investigated? I've seen lots of cases where the divorcing partner who is having an affair may go after the soon-to-be ex as a way to claim insurance money, but I could be obviously completely wrong about his intentions. Please just use your best judgment and don't go back to him if there was an affair.
Holy
If
shit.
he is a beneficiary to any money from you, change it immediately before you go forward with the divorce. Change it to a relative you trust. Just sounds very sketchy to me. She responds, no, he doesn't have a policy or anything like that. I really don't think it was him. Believe it or not, this sometimes happens.
I don't know that I have any advice. I just wish her the best and get the fuck out of that relationship. Just tell him like,
Or that
hey,
country, Jesus.
you're never getting.
She should have an affair.
No, she
Yeah.
shouldn't because then
Then he would
potentially
have.
he has like a claim.
Okay, ignore my advice. I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm sorry.
I think that you just need to look him in the eyes and say, I will never f you.
Ooh, yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, I'm out.
Someone says, your ex knows you don't drive. You got stabbed because he no longer cares about you enough to make sure you're safe. Head for the hills. Stop looking after his mom and making his life easier when he doesn't do the same for you. You shouldn't have to almost die for him to realize he cares. Run, run, run. OP responded, I haven't been able to take care of his mother since the altercation, but I don't really mind taking care of her. My mother always says, do good things and you will get good things. Okay, maybe I'm an asshole for saying this. She did good things and she got stabbed. I don't know if karma's working in this sphere right now. Maybe.
Okay, OP.
It could have been worse, maybe.
How
She could have gotten stabbed twice.
It's true. Thank God she was taking care of his mom.
Just saying, you never
Got
know.
stabbed twice. I also just, regardless of that, I'm just like, dude, stop taking care. Like, part of the divorce is also removing his whole life out of your life. I know things are very different per country and per culture, but that's my personal take on that.
Okay, OP, make his life hell. Start eating real stinky foods. Your breath is gonna reek. Get yourself some nut-flavored shampoo.
Yeah.
Oh, the oil smells good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
make him itchy, and then he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I can't stand being around you. You're gonna be like, you're trying to control me, and I love my body wash.
Good. Smart. Don't
and,
work.
then flaunt your money.
And then pay for his meals. He's gonna eat that.
Last comment here. Tell him that his affair opened your eyes to the fact that he's a dishonorable man who you don't trust, don't love, and don't respect, and that you can't imagine a life with him. If he keeps showing up, call the police and have him trespass from the property and, if possible, get a restraining order because he's harassing you. Also tell everyone you both know, your family, his family, all friends, that he cheated and left for his affair partner and now is harassing you and adding to your burdens. Yeah. I mean, look, that, to me, I'm like, that's sound advice. Something that I notice on Reddit, and just in general, I mean, this makes sense as humans. Someone will be writing a story and they're like, hey, I live in X country. And you'll see a comment that I'm like, that's American advice for if you're in America.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, but maybe it does apply. I'm just saying, I sometimes I'm like, that, yeah, you're bringing
It
up a lot of
doesn't always
things
apply for real.
that may not apply. It's why, like in legal advice subreddits, you have to say what state you're in, because things are different state by state. Like, so the advice you're giving may just not be applicable. But I do think the majority of that is pretty universal. Just being like, I don't agree with you.
Every time he walks into the room, it's like,
Yeah.
it's not enough to get the cops called on you, but it really is gonna be. And over
Yeah.
time,
And he's gonna sound really embarrassed if he tries to report it.
and he's gonna hate it. Right? You can't even complain as long as like, what is she doing? She's like flicking my dick. What are you flicking? It's like, I just like she flicks it.
Pretty good.
Stand up.
All right. No. It's time for our last story, and it's a short one, but it's a good one.
Daddy, no, I
want more stories.
Daddy!
The comments.
Daddy, chill.
Awful. All right, the comments on this video are gonna be a mix of daddy
Owie.
and what did you say about the N64? All right, this comes from True Off My Chest. So these are just a
Love this
confession.
subreddit.
Just a confession. Husband said, "Hold up, men are talking" during a dinner.
Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
My friend Spencer was loudly talking about the N64.
Okay, We went out Wednesday night for dinner with all of our friends. It was our friend's engagement dinner. It was a group of us. I interrupted my husband while he was telling a story, and he said, "Hold up, honey, men are talking." Everyone else started laughing, both men and women. I awkwardly laughed since everyone else was laughing. I was embarrassed the whole night and barely said anything. Husband asked me what was wrong when we got home because I was being short with him. I told him what was wrong,
Wow.
and he claims he was joking, but he apologized for hurting my feelings. I'm trying to get over it since it happened the other day, but I'm still holding a grudge.
And I mean, it's understandable for that.
Look, maybe we don't need context. I'm just saying it's so short that there isn't the context of the whole conversation.
Maybe
It
it,
doesn't
was
matter.
hilarious.
It doesn't
Have we
matter.
considered that?
Maybe it was really funny.
It doesn't
The only
matter.
way
It's-
is if it said.
It's so dismissive of the person. Like, it's not a tasteful joke, in my opinion. It's not something that like, if one of the other dudes would have said it, okay, that could have been funny, I guess. Let it slide. But that's not something you should be saying to your partner, because it's you talking down to them when it's coming from, you know, you're saying it to your partner. It's a little disrespectful.
Said sarcastically of like, it's a shitty thing. It's not the right. There's no way I can't.
I look.
Look, I'm not gonna stand up for this
Look,
guy.
No, you can't justify it.
You toss me the shovel. I mean, sometimes you make a joke and it doesn't land. And I think the husband made a joke and it didn't land with the wife, and so it's on him to apologize.
He did apologize. He apologized for hurting my feelings.
Also, if he made that joke but then continued to tell his story and didn't, then it's not a joke.
That's
true.
very true. Like, cause like I don't want, like, I might not have made this exact joke, but I
man.
made similar jokes where, you know,
After them cookies,
you
now I
act
gotta go rinse
problematic
out my
as a
mouth.
bit, and it's unfortunate sometimes.
I'm gonna have
sometimes
to pause this. I will be back in a few minutes. I will try to make it as fast as possible. It's the rough part about
It's-
having your
it
wisdom
happens.
teeth taken out.
You know, and it's exact.
Joke.
No, yeah, no, that's
is
that's
true.
very true. Like, cause like I don't want like I might not have made this exact joke, but I have made similar jokes where you act problematic as a bit, and it's unfortunate sometimes. Sometimes it happens. You know, but then you immediately like remedy those your actions.
What I think I'm trying to say is you say that and you're making fun of dudes who say that. That's the like you're playing the villain. Like it's a joke where you're saying a villainous thing to make
And then
fun of
immediately
that.
be like, "Oh, honey, what were you saying?
Yeah,
Honey,
that's
get
the
in
problem.
here. Honey, like talk over me. Like, yeah.
Exactly. It's got to be said tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And if it's not delivered as such, it comes across horribly. The problem also though is, you know, when we take like the context of our videos, like we are here to be funny.
Yeah.
So that is the purpose of what we're doing. When you're at a dinner, an engagement dinner,
It was an engagement.
it was their
I think I
friends.
missed- I
It was
think I
our
missed that
friends'
wrinkle.
engagement dinner. So I don't know. It depends on the context. It also, at the very least, you know, he singled her out.
There's no
And
time
like it's a
you should
joke,
talk
but
down
you're
to
singling
that.
out one person
You're
at a
talking down to your
dinner.
partner, bro.
I
It's-
think to the original poster, you've let your husband?
Yeah.
To the original poster, you've let your husband know that you do not like this kind of joke. Let's hope that he knows now to not make that kind of joke in front of you, and I think do your best to.
And especially at their expense.
Right, that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to it though. It's not going to do you any good. I mean.
Yeah, make a
if you
decision
can,
of
try
like,
and move on.
if it's a pattern, if this is pattern behavior, yeah, it's a major problem. If it's a one-off joke and it's like, okay, I know he was joking, but
he f***ed up, and,
Yeah.
and make him suffer for it, and
Totally.
and try to not
his-
hold resentment.
yeah, time to flick that
Flick
guy's
it.
Comments, throw it back at him and ask, where are the men then?
Yeah, that's not as much of a.
Yeah,
It
then
really-
then it's tense. Then it's
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah, that is like
shit.
the girls are fighting.
Whew. A certified Redditor comment. Here, I've never seen one of these before. By everyone's reactions, his response was meant clearly in jest and actually was a more graceful way of addressing being interrupted by using humor. The thing is, you were interrupting him in the middle of a story, which is rude as hell. That's why it's a
Certified Redditor moment.
Okay.
The Redditor said, actually, the men were talking. And he was right.
But have you considered that men should talk first? I don't.
Sorry, this was a woman trying to give her opinion?
Hold on, my fedora was covering my eyes.
Let me read that again. My fedora was in my face.
Yeah. But someone else said, I can't help but to picture him standing there with a monocle and pointy mustache while saying that.
Okay, no, then it would be hilarious.
And then OP said, this made me laugh. LOL.
Yeah.
Someone said, I think you need to have him promise to not make jokes like that in the future because of how badly that hurt and embarrassed you. That's what I would do with my husband. OP said, yeah, I will have him promise not to do it again. We joke in private a lot, but this kind of stuff is just embarrassing in public, not gonna lie.
Especially when it's a big group
Yeah.
and you're like legitimately like I don't know like
Kinda
me personally,
disrespectful to your partner, bro.
like a big group, like maybe she doesn't even know them that well, and the husband makes this like, you know, and throws a Hail Mary with this crazy joke, and you know it's just like okay, like
Yeah.
we're not like you know it's I'm already like othered in this situation.
Right. I think if you're gonna make jokes of that caliber that are like at someone's expense, you have to be on the same level as everyone in the
Yeah.
everyone in the same room has to be on the same page. And if you're unsure of that, don't say those types of jokes. You know, because if someone gets hurt at a joke, then it wasn't a good joke. Like that, then someone got hurt from it. And you know, people were laughing, but also people are gonna laugh if they're uncomfortable.
Exactly.
We don't actually know.
Them laughing is not a good
help.
thing.
We don't actually know what the
Or a
reaction
good indicator, I should
truly
say.
was, what people really thought of it. But yeah,
The fuck
I
is
think
this
I think
from?
that could be fixed.
And what is this episode of Not Men Talking?
Damn.
What's weird too is that she interrupted a tirade he had about how Jews control the media. So it's
It was crazy she did that.
That's the context we needed. Well, what a way to end it. Zach, thank you so much for being here.
Daddy's talking.
Daddy's talking about his murder house, okay?
Whoa.
Thanks for being here, man. Of course. And Spencer, it's always great.
Thank you. I have a lot of fun. It's great to just listen.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah. So Zach, where can people find you?
Google.
You got it. Google Zach. All right. Thanks once again. Thanks for being here. This was great. And thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what are the kind of subreddits and themes you want to see.
Am I gonna come off like an asshole for that?
No, that was
No,
funny.
Okay,
no,
cool.
that's hilarious.
I
I'm
the-
addressing that I think that's hilarious.
Am I the asshole for denying my opportunity to plug myself on Smart Stories?
I think people know.
If they don't, they don't care.
We'll see you later. Bye.
That was a good one. Those are some pretty good stories. I like it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. No diggity, no doubt. No diggity, no doubt. Where was there it is. Catfished. I really wanted to watch this one.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's light-skinned. Long hair,
Oh, Gramps.
like a brown color.
I can already feel this is gonna be
She's
interesting.
beautiful, man.
We're gonna get you some clarity. We're gonna look into this for you, but one thing, you can't send her any money.
Why not?
We're literally telling you this is a scam. We are going to help you. We are going to help you get through this, brother. We're going to look into this and we are going to try and help you get your money back. You cannot give her any money. Why not? Golly, bro.
I mean, I've been doing it. So it wouldn't affect, I'm just saying it wouldn't affect me like that.
I already
can't
bought in.
Send you actual pictures that I take right now. I can't FaceTime you. Things I can't do in the military because of our security level.
Security. Oh, she's
What's
in the
up,
military
Seekers?
allegedly
Welcome
now.
back to another episode of Scamfish presented by SocialCatfish.com.
In December, we're supposed to meet. There's no other setback. Can't be. The military doesn't do that. They don't hold you somewhere for 3 years and don't let you go home.
In today's episode, we help a man named Mike who finds himself deeply enchanted by a woman he met digitally who goes by the name of Mary. Their connection unfolds after Mike receives an unexpected text from Mary, who confesses to mistaking his number for someone else's. Little did he know that this seemingly insignificant encounter would pave the way to an online relationship.
Oh no.
A turning point arises as Mike anticipates a substantial sum of money coming his way and contemplates sharing his newfound wealth with his beloved Mary. However, before taking this step, he seeks our assistance to confirm she is who she claims to be. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
I grew up in a very religious family, so it was real strict. Grew up with my grandparents. I never wanted to be looked upon as somebody like a loser. I always kind of wanted to be a little bit better than that. Nobody to feel sorry for me or anything like that. So it was a standard that I tried to hold, that I held for myself. I'm the kind of guy that I work, man. I work every day. I put in 10 to 12 hours a day. I try to enjoy what I do. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm out by 5. I work from 5 because I like driving during the day versus night. I work from 5 to 5. Sometimes 5 to 6, 12 hours, 7 days a week.
Wow.
The last relationship I was in it for quite some time, over 10 years. And this one person was actually sort of mean to me, a narcissist, sort of a sociopath, controlled me, abused me physically as well as verbally. But I kind of felt that the relationship was over because I was being put out of my own home. But I needed somebody that I needed to reach out to. I really did, because I felt like I wanted to scream. And a lot of that I had to keep within me. It could be anything. TV, it could be another woman around us. The woman could look a certain way. She would start in on me. I know you were looking at her. I know this. I know that. I know, you know, always had to defend myself. Even
That's a
before
tough feeling.
a situation would come up, she would create a situation. So I always had to be on defense with myself, which I did not like. It made me feel very uncomfortable because I felt like I was always better than that. And I didn't need to be in a situation like that. I was at the tail end of that relationship, and this person came in out of nowhere through my texting. I liked the photo, so I replied and I asked. I said, "Well, who is this?" And she thought I was somebody else, and I wasn't. That's how we started the conversation. She told me her name was Mary. She was very comforting, very supportive. She's younger. She was 32. She's beautiful. She's light-skinned.
Light-skinned.
Long hair. Like a brown
Light-skinned.
She's beautiful, man. She's a beautiful woman. Puerto Rican, beautiful hair, beautiful skin, beautiful pictures.
In the midst of Mike's relationship, he received a random text from a person that would help him through his rough relationship and change his life.
I was honest with her. I told her I was in an unhappy relationship. We sleep in separate rooms. We have no interlinkings. We have nothing. We were just in something and I needed to get out. And so she was comforting with that. She was like, listen, just when she comes at you or argues at you, don't say anything. I was still in that home when we started talking. We were sleeping in separate rooms. And I was talking to this person every day, comforting to me because I was lonely. I was unhappy, and she was just the perfect person to talk to at that time. The advice that you would give me is to be quiet. Don't be in a fighting mood with her because you're going to be leaving out of there. So while you're there, just go in your room, be quiet, and try to feature yourself. Very supportive. Her astrology sign, my astrology sign, is probably the one most compatible things out there because we're both emotional people. I'm sensitive, she's sensitive. That really brought us together because we understood each other. I just went right into it. She was just, everything was just perfect. We opened up the day and we closed the day. Throughout the day we would talk, just what's happening, how wonderful we felt talking to each other and how glad we were to meet each other. I really feel strongly about you. I mean, I'm becoming more and more into you. I mean, it was those type of conversations.
The more Mike would text Mary, the further he grew apart from his current girlfriend of 10 years. He felt he needed to make a decision.
Because my business was my business. We weren't married. We were just in a relationship. She never found out that I was online talking to someone. I kept giving her chances because that was just the type of person I am. Although I wasn't happy, I kept giving her chances. And then it became a situation to where I couldn't do it anymore. I mean, even when I was with her for a long time, I took care of her. I did everything for her. And so since I found this beautiful soul, I want to take care of her. And I want to love her and be the things that she wants me to be. I love her completely. Be everything to her. It just gradually just got to the point to where she's my heart. We call each other everything from honey to baby to baby boo, everything. Honey, baby, sweetie,
And
my
what's
love,
that got to do?
everything. I would listen to her, and we never really argued or anything, ever. The first time she told me she loved me was about a month into us talking. But it wasn't like a love, it was, you know, a love where it had developed into a nice feeling. So she didn't just come out and just say, I love you. It was just something that, after talking like we talked, it was something that she said she felt. And for me, it was just what I needed, because I was yearning that.
Up until this point, Mike would do anything for Mary, but the situation got complicated when she claimed she was being deployed.
She's in the military. She told me she was in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they sent them out on
Allegedly.
their work. And the military is a stickler behind certain things, which I found out that they really truly are. Do's and don'ts of the military. I can't send you actual pictures that I take right now. I can't FaceTime you. Things I can't do in the military because of our security level. A few times we were supposed to get together, but that didn't happen because of the military.
And that part could be a little bit for real, but
stay and whatnot. She really didn't ask me for money. It was more like we were discussing some of the things that she had to do with
you were
taking care of
discussing.
her
Okay.
relatives and some of the things that she had to pay. So I offered to help her.
Why?
I did. All I wanted to do was help her. I didn't want her to struggle. I didn't want her to worry, and I still don't. I don't want her to worry about a thing. I want her to serve her time out. I'll take care of her. She would thank me with all her heart. Thank you for everything you do for me. I really love you. Thank you for what you do for me. Thank you. Every day she would always thank me. She would thank me and tell me how proud she is and tell me how she knows that I love her and she loves me. It was those type of things that make me gravitate to her, because those are the things I hadn't heard or hadn't felt. She says, we're one. Then I would send $50 to $200 a day. 50 today, 200 tomorrow.
Damn.
70 today, next day. You know, never a certain amount. Whatever I could send to her to help her. I work, and so I have my account set up to my job, and so they deposit the money, so I can just send it right over to them, what I want to send.
Mike works
Wow.
in transportation. He's extremely reliable. He takes pride in making the people in his community feel comfortable and taken care of when they request a ride from him.
I take pride in my job. You know, I get
So he's like a taxi.
rides for Uber. So man, my experiences, I have so many. I had a woman in my car yesterday. She was so delightful. I get joy out of this most of the time.
What's
I
your
provide
Uber?
a nice ride. I provide a ride where, you know, you can be yourself. I mean, you know, and if we want to talk, we can talk. Most of the time I talk a lot. You know, I like to talk. So it's whatever the mood is. I don't know what people go through throughout the day. So I don't judge a person by what I feel. Because most of the time you don't know. I'd say 98, 99% of the time, you don't know. I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm a giving guy. And I truly care. If somebody's in my car and they're going through stuff, I'm there for them in terms of having a conversation, to just be open to what people have to say and be kind of understanding.
Since Mary has claimed she was deployed to Afghanistan, Mike has essentially been funding her life. He sends her money daily.
I would send her, it would be in a bulk sum. It would be like a little bit every day or every other day, $200. I can make $200 a day, sometimes $300. So I send her a portion of that every day. She doesn't have to ask me, I just do it. And when I haven't been able to do it, we talked about it, but it's me initiating it. So if I make 150, I'll send her 75. Every day it adds up. We've been together over 2 years. $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So it might be more than that. I'm just using 30,000 as a ballpark. 96, let's say 40. It's almost like I pay her rent because she says she's gonna get her money after she gets out and we can share that. And I tell her, I won't need to really share that with you. You can just have that as your play money because what I'm getting, I'll be able to take care of you the rest of your life. So I'm coming into a lot of money. Very, very large sum of money. Mary knows this. This is gonna happen, I say within days. And I want to share that with Mary.
Mike is receiving a large amount of money from a settlement soon. He even plans on sharing a portion of it with Mary. This would help her get home and get rid of all the debt he has from sending her money every day.
It's coming back to kind of bite me a little bit because I have taxes and we sent through Cash App and Bitcoin, and so now you have to be accountable for that. Thank God I'm getting what I'm getting because I can pay all my everything off. I'll be able to pay everything off. The blessings that I'm getting. I knew eventually it would come through, so I knew if she was with me, I would be able to take care of her and still be able to take care of her. She even sent me some documents to say I'm her fiance. So I gave up my information. It was a document that was told to me that we had to submit to show that I was her fiance. I have told my family about Mary. Yes, I told them that I'm in love with this person. I want to be with this person. Period. And that they wouldn't tell me anything. They just make comments about how'd you meet her. Okay, watch out for social, the internet, that kind of stuff. In December, we're supposed to meet. There's no other setback. You can't meet. The military doesn't do that. They don't hold you somewhere for 3 years and don't let you go home. I don't want to believe that. That she's scamming. No, I don't believe that. I believe that she is who she is. It would break my heart. It would break my heart. I believe her. I believe her. Totally believe everything she tells me. Everything.
Well, Seekers, the next day, our team got together to come up with a game plan. Mike was deeply involved with Mary. He was missing all of the obvious red flags. David and I sat down with Mike for the first time and got more details.
We're really interested to hear more about your story, and we really want to help you out. We want to try to help you out.
Okay, thank you.
I have to hear about this girl.
Man. Well, I'm in love with her. We've been doing this a long time, a couple of years over, and we've made all these plans. Our conversations are like a relationship, man. It's everything. We talk about everything.
And how often do you guys talk?
Every day.
We watched your video back where you were breaking down your story, and you just seem so sure about her being real.
I guess I need confirmation. I mean, we have a few more months before this should come to fruition, but I thought it was going to come to fruition before, and it didn't 3 times. I'm doing this to find out for me, and if I could just somehow
Mike, just keep your money, bro.
be
Keep
able
it in your
to
pocket.
keep this to me, which I don't know, to bear not seeing her this time would really hurt me. If she's not who she says she is, how can we have a relationship?
Yeah, 100%.
Because if she's not who she says she is and she happens to be somebody else that's over somewhere, but that can't really get here to me, you know, there isn't nothing.
We're gonna get you some clarity. We're gonna look into this for you, but one thing, you can't send her any money.
Why not?
It doesn't make sense.
That's what I've been doing. So it's not like I'm sending a lot.
But $50 a day is still $1,500 a month. And if you've been talking for 2 years, I mean, that's like close to $30,000.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying, Mike, give us a week.
I mean, I've been doing it. So it wouldn't affect, I'm just saying
Don't
it wouldn't
do
affect
it,
me like
Mike.
that.
Look, you're a grown man. You make your own decisions. I'm just giving you the advice that we give all of our
You're
clients.
just trying to
I know
sound like a
you
big
guys
baller.
are. So if I did send this money every day or every other day or whatever, what would that do?
Mike, it doesn't look good. Like, you haven't met her in person. You haven't talked to her on the phone.
I know all that.
You haven't.
I know all that.
It's
So
just
then
not good to
stop.
keep sending her money until we can give you clarity.
But what I'm saying is, would that, if I sent her this little money, would that affect anything?
It's not going to affect me. It's not going to affect Drew. But, you know, like,
It's gonna affect
you came
you.
to us for a reason. You came to us because something in the back of your mind is telling you, your spidey sense is kicking off right now. And it's like, hey, Mike, something's going on here. Based on what you're telling us, the advice, and we deal with literally hundreds of thousands of people a year come to us. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to help you out. In the end of the day, Mike, if you want to still send her money, but I personally don't think you should do it. My colleague here, Drew, agrees with me, but in the end of the day, it's really up to you.
I've said it way too much to let $250 or $200 affect anything.
All right, so next steps. So we'll get the information from you, and then we'll follow up with you in 1 week with all the answers, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
After a few days, Virginia and Bree sat down to find out who the real woman was in these photos. If we could figure out that, we could bring an end to this mess.
So, Mike needs our help verifying his online girlfriend's identity.
Okay.
He's been talking to her for a few years now, and he sends her money every day.
Did he send any photos or information?
Yeah, I actually have a picture of her that maybe we can run a reverse image search on.
Okay.
Check this out. Wow, look at all these profiles of her. This is a lot.
Wow.
It's gonna be pretty difficult to sift through all these different profiles. Yeah.
Look what I found. An article that says cyber criminals target military online to set up imposter romance scams.
And it has her Instagram handle right here.
Yep. Let's look her up.
Yeah. It looks like that page might have been deactivated.
What?
Yeah, but look, there's so many fake profiles of her.
I know, but none of her official page, huh? I found a picture of her and what looks like to be maybe her boyfriend or husband or something.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
thinking maybe we just run a reverse image search on him.
Okay.
Go through his friends list and see if we can find her.
Okay.
I found his Facebook profile. It looks like he's tagged her in a picture. And I was able to find her Instagram profile using that same
Oh,
name.
Mike.
Look at this.
No wonder we can't find her.
Different last name. They're married now.
Got you. That's why you can find her.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know that Mike's girlfriend is complete fake. Now I'm wondering where his money's going to.
So I have his number up here where he's been sending money. And I can run a search and see where the funds led to.
And how does this Bitcoin tracking work?
So depending on how much he sent, I'll follow the funds. Most likely it'll end in an exchange where these scammers are exchanging out the funds and cashing out the money. So check it out. It looks like his funds moved twice and then they went to this exchange.
I recognize that exchange.
Yeah.
Sadly, Mike has not only been talking to a fake profile using someone else's images, but he's been sending money to a popular exchange that we often see in romance scams.
I think the light at the end of the tunnel is that it's clarity, and now we can move from the scam.
If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We appreciate you so much. It was now time to sit down with Mike and go over everything that we had found. Hey Mike, how's it going?
It's okay. I was just had this on my mind all day.
I bet. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Did you send her money?
Yeah.
Since we last spoke?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, well, we talked
Fuck
about
you.
it, but we have a lot of information for you today.
We do.
Okay.
Starting with the fact that she's in Afghanistan. So we pulled troops out of
Bow-face
Afghanistan in
lie.
2021.
Right?
Did you guys ever speak about that?
Yep.
And what did she say?
She said there's a few troops left there.
And that's why she was deployed there?
Yeah. Yeah. That's her calling me now. Let me get rid of her.
If Mike, put the phone down and then let us give you this information. This is, I promise you, this is way more important than you know, letting her know where you are.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, so I mean, just to kind of go back, Mike,
Uh-huh.
like I said, there's just no way she could be deployed in Afghanistan because we pulled troops out in 2021. What are you thinking with that information?
I knew that. I'm just telling her, okay. She'll understand. Okay. It brought doubts. It brought doubts to me.
Isn't that the reason why you sent all, you know, every time you sent her money, it's because of that, right?
No,
Like, I'm so worried, bro.
I send her money because of what we have. I don't send it to her because of that. I send it to her because that's what I want to do. That's why I send her money.
You don't even know why you're doing it.
We took a look at your chats.
Just cuz.
And one thing that really stood out, Mike, is like every time you guys chatted, you would like literally pour your heart out to her, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But her responses were very vague. It was just like, okay, baby, thanks, honey. You know,
Yes.
just very, very vague responses. She never responded back. And it was just really about money.
Okay.
Was that a red flag to you? I mean, as you guys were chatting, I
Clearly
mean, was
not.
that frustrating to just be giving somebody your heart and then not hearing anything back from them?
Because we've talked so much, I began to just trust that.
But Mike, she's sending you 3 letters every single time.
I know all that.
So let's get into the rest. So you sent money through
Mike.
Cash App every single time.
I send her the Cash App. She used the
Mike.
Bitcoin.
So the wallet you gave us actually had money deposited 2 days ago.
I sent her money.
Okay, and that was cryptocurrency. And so there were 153 transactions that went in there, and all those transactions ended up in a Binance wallet, and they also ended up in a Wazirix wallet.
I know the amounts that I've sent her.
So Wazirix is an Indian cryptocurrency exchange.
Okay.
So if you're not in India, there really is no reason for you to use an Indian cryptocurrency exchange.
Right.
So what you're saying is that she is in India?
Either she's in India or the person
She
she's
is
sending money
in
to wash the money is in India.
Okay.
Our team, we ran a reverse image search.
Mike,
and
we know
were
for a
able
fact
to
she's not in
locate the real
India.
person in these
The
images.
person you're talking to
Okay.
is in India.
And her name's not Mary.
Okay.
Her name is Sherry, and she's happily married, and she's also lives in Missouri. She's not in Afghanistan. She's not deployed on a peacekeeping mission.
Is she the person on the picture?
She's the person in the pictures.
She's married?
She's married. But she hasn't been talking to you.
Okay. Okay.
I like how they had to specify that she hasn't been talking to him.
We're gonna bring the real woman in these images onto the call with us, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna be able to speak to her face to face.
Okay.
Mike was so deep in love with Mary, we knew we had to get the real woman in front of him to get him to fully come to terms. He was about to come face to face with the woman he thought he was in a relationship with for nearly 3 years.
Hi, how are you?
I'm not doing too good.
No.
I'm not doing, no. I'm not doing too good at all.
So Sherry, we just revealed to Mike that he's not talking to you. And so we wanted to bring you on so that you could talk to him and explain your situation, because this is not the first time this has happened.
I'm just looking at Sherry and oh wow, Sherry.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, honestly, because unfortunately, I'm not the first person that I found out about this. But it's sad. Honestly, it's sad to see innocent good people getting scammed. You know, there's just bad people out there, and I hate to see that, you know, affecting people like yourself. And so it's heartbreaking to see that side of it.
But Sherry, you know, I'm glad I'm getting a chance to see you. I understand. It's so bad. It's so bad. And it's over, you guys. It's over. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah,
That's all you can do, bud.
That's probably best, just for yourself and for, you know.
Yeah. We ran some searches on your profiles. You have thousands of them all over the internet. How is it dealing with this on a day-to-day basis?
You know, it kind of goes back and forth. I get a lot of messages from people, usually either on one side of the spectrum that are, you know, hey, I'm sorry you're dealing with this, just so you know, these profiles are out there, and of course I'm aware of those. And then the other side is where I've gotten messages saying, hey, like, I've sent this person this much money and they feel like I owe them something, you know, and that's the hard ones. I just kind of, at this point, you know, I've been dealing with it since about 2017, is I want to say, when my Instagram stuff started picking up. Since then, I just have kind of shut down from it. I tried my best to create awareness on my page, you know, putting out stories like PSAs, basically just saying, hey, like, this is false, be aware of this, you know, X, Y, and Z. But at this point, it's sort of, I've pulled away from social media. I don't really use it as much. I'm not active on there anymore. It feels like if I post photos, then I'm basically just giving ammo to these scammers.
Yeah, Mike, I know this is like extremely emotional
That
for
sucks.
you. Speaking to someone for, you know, all these years and then seeing this person, it has to feel surreal.
That's just like a whole nother layer to it that you don't even think about. Like, the person whose images are being stolen for the sake of these scammers, that's also gotta suck, because it's like they can't have their own social media because, like she said, she's just giving them ammo, essentially. That's not fair. Can they live?
I'm a pretty strong person. I've been duped. Let's put it that way. It's only money to me. I've been duped, and I hope that the karma that's about to come to these people, because it will come. You know, I'm a very spiritual person, and what's happened to me, I gave from the bottom of my heart every day, thinking that this was something that we're going to build on.
I really hope that, you know, things get better for you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this.
It's okay.
I'm
okay.
glad that I was able to be here and give you some closure, hopefully, and help you move on. There's good people out there, and don't stop trying, and it's gonna get better. And I really wish you the best.
You take care of yourself. You're always in my. Look, you take care of yourself. Okay.
I will.
All right. I'm glad I got a chance to truly meet you. I'm glad.
Yes, I am too. I wish you the best, and thank you all for what you guys do.
Very kind. Thank you so much, Sherry.
Of course. All right. Thank you.
See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Wow, you guys. Okay, I can deal with it.
So we have one more thing that we want to reveal. So we did an IP tracker. And so with the IP tracker, we took a link. We have a website called fugiftcards.com, and we sent that link. Well, when the person clicks on the link and they come to our website, we can actually track their location.
FU gift cards.
The person that clicked on the link is from Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
They're Nigerian.
They're most likely Nigerian.
Okay. You don't know what you guys just did for me.
It means a lot.
You guys just did. You guys don't know what you just did for me. I mean, you guys just completed my world. I mean, you did something for me. I really thank you guys, because I know now. I've been hacked, and it's okay. I can move on.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, all of our new videos go out every Wednesday, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, Seekers, we'll see you guys next time.
That sucks, Mike. What are you doing, bro? Like, that's what kills me about these catfishes. Like,
he had said something to me.
Like, this chick thinks she's
in the
not
Jack
Johnny Depp.
Sparrow mode. One of Johnny Depp's lines.
Arg, I'll be the captain if you.
He saw something in me that I already knew existed.
Arg.
He said, "Do you want to have sex?" With a question mark. No, I don't think you're real. This is a joke. This isn't right.
What the fuck?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
And the next thing I know, I got this picture sent to me with me in the frame, and he's holding the picture, and I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that? I'm like, how did that happen that quick?
Oh my god.
This is Johnny Depp. This is God.
That is so photoshopped.
On this episode, we speak to a 59-year-old woman named Angela. She believes she's in an online relationship with a famous actor that I'm sure all of you know.
Angela.
His name is Johnny Depp. The two connected through the app Discord and have been in contact for about a year now. Angela has come to us to find out the truth about this person she's been speaking to after sending thousands of dollars to buy an NFT. She's tired of her relationship remaining through text messages and wants to meet the real Johnny Depp in person. Let's see what we can dig up, and hopefully we can give her some answers. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone. Alright, so we're gonna call Angela today, Brienne.
Alright.
And she thinks she's talking to Johnny Depp.
Angela, it's really nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you also.
Where are you at today with Johnny Depp?
Still talking to him.
Angela is a longtime fan of Johnny Depp. She was scrolling through his website and found his Discord channel. This is Johnny Depp's official Discord. But was this the real Johnny Depp he was speaking to?
So tell me about the first time you met Johnny Depp. Did he reach out to you, or did you reach out to him?
I was never really a fan of his. I was more like an admirer. This all started around the time when he was coming out with the NFTs. He had said something to me in the Jack Sparrow mode. You know, one of Johnny Depp's lines that I knew of from the Pirates of the Caribbean, something like that. You know, he was talking in that voice. He was drunk that night. I believe he said, "Do you want to have sex?" with a question mark. I mean, I fought him hard a few times, like, "No, I don't think you're real. You know, this is a joke. This isn't right." You know.
When Johnny reached out to Angela, she couldn't believe it was actually him. The two chatted for hours about Johnny's NFTs and his art pieces. She fell in love with this specific NFT. It was a portrait that Johnny Depp painted of another actor named Marlon Brando.
I thought it would be a really great idea to get an NFT from him, to purchase one,
Oh,
and
God.
donate it to Mount Sinai Hospital here in the name of bone research. Because I have had so many surgeries and my neck is all built. It's not mine.
Angela has had long life struggles with bone disease. She dreamt of giving back to the hospital that has helped her throughout the years. Donating the NFT to the hospital was a gift and a way of her showing her appreciation to the doctors that reconstructed her neck. Johnny requested a payment of $6,000 for the rights and ownership to his NFT.
You know, there's business in there, but I think there's some emotion in there as well.
$6,000,
I mean, I'm not a
bro.
child, you know. I'm a 60-year-old woman. You know, whether I look it or not, that doesn't matter to me. But I'm not a child. So you can see I've been at this for quite some time. Actually, it'll be 9 months for coming up.
Through the chats, Angela began to fall for Johnny Depp. They talked all day and all night.
And are you in love with him?
At this point, I'm not sure. I think I'm just along for the ride until I can get this sewn up so people can really see what's going on. And you know, at this point I don't know if I am or if I'm not. I have a deep, very deep admiration for him.
So Angela, you know, you mentioned that you've been talking to him for quite some time. What's the reason why he's not able to connect with you in person?
I don't know. Do you know I don't know? Because I haven't asked him. You know, like, there are certain times I'll ask certain questions to him and he'll answer them. He'll answer them or not, you know. Or he'll get mad at me or not.
Deep down inside, do you think that you're truly talking to Johnny Depp?
I'm not sure. So, you know, there's a lot of strange things I've seen.
I want to be with Rihanna, right? I want to be with Beyonce. I want to be with all of these beautiful, famous women, and Johnny Depp is on that level of superstardom.
Seriously.
Why would he choose you to talk to you, Angela?
Maybe because...
Maybe
I
what?
don't know. I like to think at one degree he saw something in me that I already knew existed. Because he asked me questions. You got to remember, this is conversations. Now we're going towards the beginning. Like, you know, what could I do? What could I do? Like, you know, do I know how to sing? Do I know how to dance? Do I, you know, do any of those things? Part of me was thinking, maybe he's tired of Hollywood. Maybe he just wants to become a musician or something. Because the way he was talking sounded mostly like that. I don't want to be in the light anymore, and I don't want to, you know, he was talking like small deals, you know, and I was paying attention to that. We've even gotten to the point where he said, well, maybe you could manage me, and I'm like, how the heck would I know where to start to do something like that? Don't know. I mean, that's the kind of depth conversations that we've had, in depth. even talked about having another baby or getting a
Oh my god.
a surrogate.
What are some reasons that
We
lead you
could
to believe
try
that
a
you are
surrogate.
talking to Johnny Depp?
He had sent me a clip before the album came out, was of Hedy Lamarr through the chat, so I could listen to the song. And that was before the album came out.
You guys talk on the phone?
We don't talk like the way we're talking right now. No. He swears I'm gonna get a video from him, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. I mean, last month, I sent this man $930.
Even
Golly.
after sending thousands of dollars, Angela still hasn't received the Marlon Brando NFT.
Of course not.
In all, I keep asking, where's my NFT? Don't I deserve that? Because I paid so much money into this already. He says, why do you keep talking about the NFT? And I'm like, well, because that's why I basically came in here, was to obtain the Marlon Brando NFT. That was my initial reason, and that still has always been my reason. And I guess I'm still waiting on that.
So, Angela, about how much money would you say has been sent to Johnny Depp?
God, if I really get into this, it has to be well over $6 grand. Well over. Because I pawned my jewelry, all my jewelry. Then, you know, went to my bank account, everything I had.
Angela was giving portions of her paycheck to Johnny Depp for months. He claimed he needed the money in order to get her some special passport so they can meet in person. But she wasn't just sending money to Johnny Depp. She was also receiving it from him. She accepted checks and PayPals on behalf of Johnny Depp. He claimed these were his friends. She even moved money for him out of her personal checking account into his Bitcoin wallet.
At this point, he's like, oh, well, you can keep your paychecks.
What does that mean?
He was asking everything of me. He had me running to, like, find a Bitcoin machine or something. And he would have me on these long, you know, runs places, taking cabs back and forth and all this other stuff I was doing.
Were you receiving
What the
funds
hell?
on his behalf and you were putting it into a Bitcoin machine, or were you taking money yourself from your own account?
I remember this all correctly. It started with us talking, and then somehow me getting a check sent to my house for like $3,000 or something. I was with TD Bank, got kicked out of TD Bank,
Titty Bank?
went into Bank of America, got
Titty
kicked
Bank?
out of there.
So why were you kicked out?
They just didn't want me in the banks anymore.
And then how did you send the money the last time Johnny had asked you to send money? About, I think you mentioned a month ago?
I'll just say for right now that it was sent out. And I don't want to tell you how, because I believe it's illegal.
And so, okay, so back
What?
when you received the check, was it signed from Johnny or was it signed from someone else?
I can't remember, to be honest.
So you're accepting money from different people?
You know, I don't know. I know that in the PayPal app, he put like $800 and something in there, and then he sent it to other people. There was a point he sent money to my PayPal account, or 3 iPhones.
You could tell Angela wasn't telling us everything. She knew something wasn't right with the money she received from Johnny Depp, yet it seemed he always had some way of convincing her that he was in fact the real Johnny Depp.
Can you give me some backstory on the photo of him holding the photo of you?
Well, it was very weird for me because we were on the Discord app, and he said to me, if you ever tell anybody of the way that he does things, his way of doing things, if I ever told anybody, I'd get in trouble. And the next thing I know, I got this picture sent to me with me in the frame, and he's holding the picture. And I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that? You know, I'm like, how did that happen that quick?
What is the outcome that you
That's
wish
just too
out of
funny
the
to me.
relationship that you have with John? What do you want out of this?
The NFT out of this that was promised to me in the beginning for the hospital. He promised me that he would sign my hat that I had, and we would go together to Mount Sinai to present that. That was like my biggest thing. I wanted to do the NFT. If we were to present it together, that would even be better. If not, fine.
We'll take everything that you sent us, and then we'll start to look into it, and then we'll give you a call back, okay?
She still talks as if she thinks that's him.
Nice meeting you.
Sounds good.
Well, Seekers, I'd say we had quite the task ahead of us. We knew we needed to break down every piece of information to get through to Angela. So many red flags in this story. The only way to stop this scam was to come to her with all of the facts.
So this week's case, she thinks she's talking to Johnny Depp. It's been going on for over 9 months. I think you guys chatted with her last week.
Angela had mentioned there were some reasons why she felt like she was talking to the real Johnny Depp. He sold her an NFT. And then also she had mentioned Johnny was holding up a picture frame with her picture inside of it, and she felt like the fact that he sent that to her very quickly, that it had to be a real picture.
She truly, I'm sorry.
God,
but,
she fell
really
for that.
thought that was a real picture.
I actually found the real image here. It's on a psychology blog. It's a man here holding up a Trailblazer sign. Definitely photoshopped. We also believe that his tattoos on his hands are photoshopped as well.
They
because we
definitely
have
are.
the real images of his tattoos, and they don't match the ones in the picture.
Well, I find it interesting because she said she knows Johnny so well that she's memorized his tattoos.
The face that they use is literally the poster board image used for his trial.
We gotta help her out. As clear as it is to us that this is not what's really going on, she truly believes it for some reason, whether it's cognitive bias or whatever. So we gotta put all the deets together and really try to convince her.
What's deep?
Details. Details. These details. That's my wife busting my balls all the time. About 34 times a day this shit happens.
After a few days of digging, we finally felt that we had enough information to sit down with Angela. But things got a little confrontational.
Yes, I'm a little offended about what he said, because that's not altogether the story. You're not getting it all right.
Yeah, I don't agree. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I am sorry. I am sorry that this happened to you, though, Angela.
Make sure you stick around until the end to hear common insights.
Far.
Oh, it's just been such an emotional roller coaster lately. This whole thing going on for like 9 months. I'm hoping that whatever it is that you have to say,
These romance scammers are ridiculous, bro.
People did your research well.
So what is your heart telling you? What deep down inside?
In my heart, this is Johnny Depp. This is gotta be. You know, you had asked me, Brianne, what would I do if I actually met him or something? You know, I think I would say thank you. And can I have my NFT now so I can bring it to the hospital?
Jesus.
Brianne has a lot of information on the NFT specifically. So I'll let her hop into that.
Please, thank you. I would appreciate it.
So you had sent over an image that was from Johnny Depp, and this was a piece of art, and he stated to you that this was an NFT, and then you've been under the impression that you have been sending funds over for this NFT, correct?
Yes. I mean, if anything, that's what I thought was for sure.
So we used our reverse image search tools to confirm this art, and what we had found was that it truly is a piece of art from Johnny Depp. And we also looked through a website that showcases his art, and what we had found was these are pieces of his collection that are not associated with the NFT. We were not able to find any information to support that this piece of art was actually ever used as an NFT.
Wow.
So if you go on his website, he does have a section where he sells the NFTs, but he also has artwork.
From what you're telling me, you're saying that this piece never made it into the, I guess, the selling ground. So I really don't know what to say to that, because that was the one that we talked about.
Yeah, so actually the original piece of art doesn't have the purple background.
This Marlon Brando portrait was a piece of art that Johnny Depp worked on, but it was not an NFT. The person who sent this to Angela stole this from Johnny Depp's art gallery and just switched out the background. Johnny Depp's NFT art designs are also a completely different style from his hand paintings. And we also didn't find any indication of this specific painting being for sale anywhere on the internet.
We'd like to jump into the image that you had sent over to us. How long had you been talking to Johnny before he had sent this image to you?
2 months around, I would say.
So we're gonna look at this image verification here. We've got Johnny on one side. This is the actual match from the image you had sent us. So we found where this image came from. This has been photoshopped. We have Johnny's face on another person's body.
Wow. Hey, people are good. People are good, let me tell you.
We looked into the tattoos placed on his arms. Some of the tattoos don't match where they need to be. And then he's also missing one here on his right hand. I think he has a bird here. The other tattoo, it's like an oval shaped tattoo that they placed here. That's actually on the wrong arm. It should be over here on this other arm. So we provided links to show you what his tattoos look like and where they should be placed.
Most of them I know by heart at this point. By heart.
You mentioning that you know his tattoos by heart. Did you notice anything funny about this?
Well, I can guess because I've done graphic art myself, so it's very easy.
I have.
Yeah, I could see that. Sure, I can. One point, I did a banner for 9/11. You know that? And I took a picture of New York and I put it in the background, and then I graphically did the rest of the art on top of it. So I know that it can be done, and I know that it can be done. It's not that it can't be done.
Or you already knew where the placement of Johnny Depp's tattoos were. You have a background in graphic design. What do you think was stopping you from seeing that this was fake photo?
For the head being on the body, I didn't even figure that was Photoshop. The only thing that I started to look at was the edges of where my picture was, that I could see that, oh wait, this looks like somebody put something on top, or, you know, there's something underneath it. And knowing his tats, like what's on the screen, that, you know, knowing on the fingers and the thing, and oh man, it's like it just, but it really just blows the mind.
Donating the NFT to the hospital was so important to Angela, she blocked out all of the red flags. After revealing the truth, it became obvious to her. What do you think the reason Angela couldn't see all of the signs? Let us know in the comment section below.
They, after researching all this information, verifying everything for you, we can say without a doubt that you are not talking to the real Johnny Depp.
But in a way, I wish that Johnny would see this so that he would know that one of his fans one of the people that admired him really got hurt by this.
Poor Angela.
You know, really got hurt by this.
It's
But you
unfortunate
can't blame
though,
Johnny
because there's
Depp
not
for
much
that.
he can do. You know, he on the flip side, he's a victim as well. You know, there's nothing that he can do to keep from people stealing his images and creating fake relationships.
That's horrible.
I can only imagine how many people reach out to him on a daily telling him that, hey, look, I was scammed by your images. I was scammed by someone who reached out to me. I mean, this guy's probably been bombarded on a weekly basis.
Imagine. I mean, like within myself, if I was a celebrity and that was going on, I don't know. I kind of have a different outlook on that for myself. Like I would see myself fighting all of that as hard as I could to keep my name well within the right. 'Cause
She's still
that's a
trying to make
horrible
it
thing
sound
to
like
do to
it's
someone.
Johnny's fault.
You know, on either end of it, whether it's forward, you know, his end, or backwards, my end, whichever you want to call it.
Why are you trying to make it sound like Johnny Depp had any way
Really
some
that's
part of
hard.
that?
But I know if it was me, I would be fighting like a banshee out of hell to make sure that nobody was, you know, doing that to somebody. You know, that would be me. But that's just me.
And to Johnny's defense, I think that's what he's tried to do here. You know, he has this message. He says, hey, look, guys, here are my
working hard enough. Half of these cases that they should. And that's how I feel about it. Because for someone to get to me like that, you know, I mean, I know I'm not stupid. That much I know. But for somebody to get to me like that, that's like, you know, like I said, if it was me, I'd have a whole team behind me of people that were just there for that reason, to protect my rights, my copyrighted stuff, all my stuff.
Well, if Johnny could hear you and know your story, what do you think he could do to help you?
Okay, well, if he ever sees it, I would say, Johnny, as a person who has admired your work, enjoyed your music, enjoyed your art, there are so many of us out there that are getting hit by these scammers, and you know, I think you need to beef up your legal team and somehow try to do right by the people that were hurt by these other people claiming to be you.
Damn it.
It's not just like a punch in the face, you know. It hurts. And I would suggest that he be stronger in that area of his life. Make sure that he beefs up his legal team.
But what
I'm
can
sorry,
he do?
isn't gonna cut it. And I mean,
What can he do though, Angela? Like, all somebody has to do is Google his face and now they can do whatever they want with that picture. Johnny can't like she's being unreasonable.
I'm sorry, is not gonna cut it.
Lady, you're being unreasonable
I
here.
believe where I started is where I should finish. And he should donate the NFT to Mount Sinai Hospital in the name of bone research.
I feel terrible that you had to go through this situation with Johnny Depp, but with this fake Johnny Depp. But at the same time, you have to take accountabilities for some of the things that you didn't see through this whole thing, right? The red flags that you didn't see. The mistakes that you made, Johnny Depp doesn't have to clean up those. Unfortunately,
Right.
this was a costly mistake for you. But Johnny Depp having to come in and clean up some of the stuff that you weren't able to see, I think he has bigger fish to fry, right?
Oh, I'm sure he does. But the thing is, it doesn't have to do with that. It has to do with the promise that was made.
Yeah, I don't
But it
agree.
wasn't
I'm sorry.
Johnny's promise,
I am
lady.
sorry. I am sorry that this happened to you, Angela.
Yes, I'm a little offended about what he said because that's not altogether the story. You're not getting it all right.
Yeah, I no, and I hear you that you know promises were made and it's extremely defeating when you know they're not held up, right? And so
It's not like I can't handle the defeat. That's not the problem. I just don't appreciate what your partner said in the sense of he's got bigger fish to fry. Let me tell you something. Johnny is a person who is very gentle with his fans. He's gentle with his ways, and he's very loving and kind man. So, but for your partner to kind of say that in a way, that's like a little degrading. I didn't like it. If it was me and I was a celebrity and something had happened to one of my fans, or what he calls family, not even fans, he calls
This
them
lady's
family, his
ridiculous.
family. Something like that happened, boy, I'd be there.
Now I
but
see
that's
why
me.
she got
That's
got.
my attitude with things. I don't say something and not do. You know what I mean? If I make a promise, I keep my promise. If I can't promise you something, I won't make it even known.
Angela.
And that's right there. That's what I mean when I say bigger fish to fry. Wait a second. These are his fans to begin with.
But lady,
His family.
that's
His family, extension of his
you're
family.
missing the point.
Okay, so by rights, the man should do what should be done.
So Angela, really quick, I'm like I said, just to go back, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you, and I also know that we laid out a bunch of information for you. I don't agree with it, but we can agree to disagree. We're gonna be here to help you repair your credit and to help you report this scam. We don't have to agree, about Johnny Depp, what Johnny Depp should do with his money and time for us to do that together. So let's just work as a team, move forward, and let's figure the rest of this out, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I think we're gonna wrap it up here, okay?
Okay,
Oh,
sounds
Angela.
good. Thank you. And I appreciate all the work that you've
Oh,
done.
Angela,
and I appreciate your
God.
time and your effort and everything.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh man, now I see why. Oh, there's an update.
Oh, Angela, this is David McClellan. I'm the CEO of SocialCatfish.com. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm a little numb. I just came from the dental office.
Oh no, that's
It's okay.
I actually have a surprise for you.
Oh, really?
Really.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's good news. How passionate you were about Mount Sinai, I wanted to do something to try to help you out, right?
Oh, really?
And so, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a donation to Mount Sinai Hospital in your name for the amount, for the amount of $250.
$250.
Appreciate that. I would really love to bring it home to the point where people really realize that,
It's not
hey,
6,000, bro. Look, it's not 6,000. She put in a lot for that NFT, and you're gonna hit her with a $250.
research. We need to do more fibro research. We need to do this research.
I'm gonna change that amount from $250 to $1,000.
Hey, there you go. That's a big one. That's something to brag about.
I'm touched. I'm very, very touched.
So I do have one question. It asks me where you want to direct the gift to. So do I just put bone research?
I would put bone research. Yes, bone and fibro.
We're gonna follow up with some resources for you, okay?
Sure, that would be great.
All right. I wish you the best. Yeah, no problem.
Angela has cut off communication with the fake Johnny Depp account. I would hope so. We applaud her for her courage and her willingness to take control of the situation as she navigates the aftermath of this ordeal. Like, for real, Angela, I'm praying for you, girl. It can be a long and painful process, but we will be there every step of the way. One of our top priorities is to help Angela report the scam. We know that she has a long road ahead of her as she recovers from this experience. We want Angela to know that she is not alone. We believe that with time and support, Angela will come out of this experience stronger than ever. Precious words. Precious words. Oh, come on, mate.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, all of our new videos go out every Wednesday, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, Seekers, we'll see you guys next time.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna finish up this match and then probably pass out, honestly, because I'm getting a little sleepy. We've been live for a minute. Hey. I saw this pop up. I had wanted to watch it, but
University Security, open air.
it's like 30 minutes, so we're gonna save that for tomorrow. Yeah. Why do they have the wrong voice actor doing Spawn's voice? It should be, oh man, what's that dude's name? That's that nigga Bone. But I could have sworn it was like something Michael White or something. Whoa.
To one of my investigations. This man just slipped his
This
way
is
into
some
one of my
straight up
investigations.
Chris
Why is
Hansen.
there a camera on that corner? What is happening right here?
I mean, 26 and 15, that's not even a close call.
No.
You see why this is wrong, right?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Biggest child predator operations in the area. And the man the sheriff's office decoy is chatting with is 26-year-old Ryan. He's looking to meet up and have sex with a
Let's go,
15-year-old
Triple
boy. The chat begins on a popular social media site and starts off pretty casual, but it quickly turns salacious. Ryan sends very graphic photos, which we can't share with you.
Thank you for not
The
sharing.
decoy clearly states he's younger, that he's only 15. But that's not dissuading Ryan because he says he's on his way. Everyone gets into position to await Ryan's arrival. The decoy, who we've lured to protect his identity, lets Ryan in.
Ryan, good? How are you? Good. We'll just go ahead and sit down.
Oh, Skeeter Hansen.
and Lou. Fun's going off.
Wow.
You excited? Yeah. Can't wait. Do you vape at all? No, not at all. You want pizza or anything? I might have some extra pizza.
No, I'm good.
No. Alright.
He just wants that shit.
Okay. I left it upstairs. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Ryan gets comfortable, but I don't think he's going to be too comfy when I make an appearance.
Hey. Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
What are you up to tonight?
Nothing much.
What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan. And how old are you, Ryan?
I wasn't gonna do anything.
You weren't gonna do anything?
No.
But how old are you?
26.
26. And what was your plan here?
They like instantly know what it was.
I really don't know.
You really don't know?
I really don't know.
But you were online
Yep.
talking to somebody who said they were 15.
Yeah.
Did that make you nervous at all?
It did.
What made you nervous about that?
Just knowing that he wasn't the legal age.
Ryan.
And I figured that I would, come and see and talk
Ryan.
and not do anything.
Not do anything.
No.
But that's not what you indicated online.
Or what you said when you sat down.
You talk about bouncing on his.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I could hear this uncensored just to hear Chris Hansen say that shit. Oh my god, dude. Oh shit.
You talk about bringing lube.
Yeah.
Did you bring lube?
I did.
Yes, you did.
Is that it right there? The
Yeah.
Astroglide. Why would a 26-year-old man bring Astroglide gel to meet a 15-year-old boy? You don't know. I think you do know, right?
But I wasn't going to do anything.
I know, but that doesn't make sense.
He wanted to gobble me,
You brought
swallow
gel
me.
to have sex
Well,
with a child.
I wasn't, more or less I was thinking maybe he just needed it
He needed it for what?
so like he could masturbate himself.
So he could masturbate himself.
That's,
so you're just gonna
that's a
bring
good save, I
a
guess.
boy Astroglide gel so he could masturbate himself, and what were you gonna do while he did that? Eat pizza?
He's gonna watch.
Have a soda pop?
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know isn't a great answer, Ryan, because I don't think it's
didn't
truthful.
realize that he was 15.
Yes, you did, because he told you, Ryan.
Oh, what was that accuracy?
So you're lying to me.
What is happening right here?
What is happening right here is that I'm confronting somebody who's 26 who tried to have sex with a 15-year-old child.
Yes, and I know it's wrong.
You know it's wrong.
Yes.
I hope you
What do you
do.
do for a living, Ryan?
I work in a financial institution.
A financial institution. And
Yes.
which financial institution do you work at?
I am not going to disclose that.
You're not gonna. I'm gonna find out.
No, please don't.
Well, it's gonna come out. So you can tell me now, or I can find out.
I don't want to lose my job.
Well, you
You're
shouldn't
gonna
have come
lose
here.
a lot of things, my guy.
I'm sorry.
What do you do at the financial institution?
I work in their operations department.
Operations department. And what does that entail?
Card services.
Card services. So you work with people's credit cards?
What the fuck?
And what do you do in card services? How does that work?
I work with people via phone.
Via phone. So people call up and they check their balances, and
Yeah.
if there's fraud, you get involved.
Right.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law before?
No.
Have you ever met anybody else online before?
No.
So tonight, here in northern Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, you just decide to get on a social media platform and come see a 15-year-old boy for. This is the first time this has ever happened. You never thought of it, you never did it. Do you see why that is difficult for me to believe?
Yes.
If you were me, would you believe it?
No.
Okay, so then why should I believe it? I mean, 26 and 15, that's not even a close call.
No.
Where do you live, Mike?
Nagani.
Where?
Nagani.
Nagani.
Yeah.
And you live alone?
Parents.
With your parents? And what are your folks going to think about all this?
So I'm gonna be in deep.
You're going to be in deep?
Yeah.
And what's all this? Did you bring this or just the loot, or what is all that?
This is my phone and my keys.
And you brought the... Did you buy that tonight?
No.
You just had it with you?
Correct.
So you just drive around with...
No, it was at my house.
It was at your house?
Yeah.
And you brought that specifically here. Did you bring anything else in your car?
No.
Did you bring condoms?
There might be condoms in my car.
There might be condoms in your car. Are there any in your pockets?
No. I don't have pockets.
You see why this is wrong, right?
Yes.
What should happen to you?
What's the fee?
Hmm?
Why is there a camera on that corner?
Well, there's a camera around that corner because I'm Chris Hansen. And we do stories on adults who try to meet children for... Have you seen those stories before?
Yes.
The pet stories?
Yes.
This is one of them.
Why? What am I doing?
Those are questions I have for you.
Am I in deep trouble?
It
Like,
appears
am I
that way.
gonna get charged?
Well, these people would like to talk to you. Is there anything else you want to say to anybody out there?
Well, I know that I did something wrong. I don't want to lose my job, and I'm very, very sorry for even what I did. I shouldn't have even came here.
Why did you? I mean, help me to understand. I mean, based upon what you brought, based upon the conversation online, there is no other conclusion that I can reach besides you wanting to have sex with this 15-year-old boy.
I wasn't thinking clear.
You weren't thinking, were you on drugs?
No.
Were you drinking?
No. I just wanted to, you know, find someone to,
Get up off me, bro.
be nice with, to talk to even just have a conversation with.
And there's nobody your age?
I mean, there is, but
Then why don't you go with somebody your age as opposed to somebody who's 15? Do you have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
You're an only child. And you expect me to believe that you've never, ever, ever done this before?
I mean, I've hooked up with people my own age.
Okay.
I'll admit that.
Fine. And nobody's going to have a problem with you hooking up with people your own age.
No.
But the problem comes, and the law is broken when you hook up with somebody who's underage, which is exactly what you tried to do tonight, correct?
Yes.
Right, okay. That's against the law. You understand
know.
that?
It is.
Did you have any second thoughts as you were driving over here?
Yes. I did.
Why did you come anyway?
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have.
If I wasn't here, and it was just you and this boy, what do you think would have happened?
I probably would have talked to him. I probably would have left.
And
And probably
bounce on his...
No.
He had to say it
right?
again. He had
Am I
to
making
say it
this up?
again.
No, you are not making it up.
You're going to bring lube so he could bounce on your and you could bounce on his. That's what you said. That's not even in the gray area.
No, it was in the text that I wrote. But I think after I would have gotten here, I would have figured out that this is not what I should be doing.
But that's not the way this went down, is it?
No.
You didn't seem nervous. You seemed like you were comfortable sitting on the couch waiting for him to go get his vape and then bounce on his or have him bounce on your whichever happened first. But you sure had the lube for it. How long was the drive over here?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. And during that entire 20 minutes, did you ever say to yourself, Ryan, you're going to see a 15-year-old kid. This is wrong. It's illegal.
Yes.
What made you come anyway?
Don't know.
You don't know.
I don't. And now I'm thinking, why did I? I'm trying to figure out why I did anyway. I know I did wrong. I'll admit I did wrong, and I will take the, the consequence of it. But I just don't want to be losing my job.
What do you say to other people on these social media platforms tonight who are talking to underage teens about sex?
That you should verify who you're speaking with.
And what's your biggest regret about this evening?
Verify who you're
That I did
speaking
not
with in what
verify
way.
that. And that he told me his age, and I just kept thinking, no, I don't think that's true. I mean, his profile said he was 18, so.
Well, everybody's profile has to be of a certain age, even a child.
Correct.
That's right. But you went ahead and thought, he's hot, so I'm going to do it anyway. That's basically it. So you were going to break the law because this boy was hot. You're going to take advantage of somebody who is vulnerable, naive, and underage.
And I know I shouldn't be. I shouldn't.
That's wrong, you know.
I know.
All right, Ryan, anything else you want to tell people?
That, you know, if it's wrong. I'll admit it, it's wrong. I am gonna be taking myself off of that site. And, you know, looking at people my own age.
Do you have a college education?
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
Northern.
Northern, right here in Marquette. And what did you study?
Business.
Business. All right.
And I'm actually going to be going and getting my master's degree.
You're going to get your master's.
Yeah. No, I'm kicking my ass because I should have thought, and I should have known, and
you
I
ruined
know
your entire future.
I don't know. I really don't know what to say anymore.
Golly, bro.
You're
you hate
college
to see
educated.
it,
You're about to
'cause,
get your
like,
master's.
I didn't
You had a good
think.
job.
I didn't think.
And here you are in a room
I didn't think.
Your
with all
whole
this.
future
I did not think.
just went down the toilet.
Well, Ryan, there's some people here who want to talk to you.
Okay.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't put your hands behind your back.
Yep.
Damn. Sorry, Ryan.
Am I going to jail?
Yes, you are. You're under arrest.
It always amazes me how somebody can live a normal life, be well educated, and have a
I find it a little funny that right behind his shoulder, there's a sign that said, bro, stop. It says stop. What are you doing here?
good job.
This whole
in the
apartment
daytime
screams
and be
staged.
engaging in this sort of activity at night, knowing that it's illegal. It's a felony, and that it could harm a child forever. That's Ryan.
Ryan was charged with 4 felonies, accosting a
Damn.
child for immoral purposes, child
4.
sexually abusive activity, and 2 counts of using a computer to commit a crime. He was released on a personal recognizance bond as he awaits his day in court. Marquette County Sheriff Greg Zybert grew up in Michigan and has lived here all his life. And while this is a remote part of the country, that doesn't stop child predators.
You don't.
Sorry, Ryan. But you gotta face the consequences for that one. That's where we're gonna end it tonight. We've been live for what, 3 hours? It's been real. It's been fun. Till next time.